How's my audio?
It's good. Well,
Last week there was what?
yeah, I was reacting to. I didn't know if I hit go live. I was still flossing my teeth, so I don't know if that ended
Oh,
up on the stream.
yep.
But what's up? Who said it?
Click,
Retro Death
click
said
that.
he'll be here. Robert,
Drop that
I
thing,
don't
dude.
know. Terrell, never know these days. These mofo's.
They
So
just pop in whenever they feel like it. The fuck?
I can say one thing. I'm gonna go into that direct tomorrow with zero expectations. So I mean, I have no. I'm not going in a negative. I just have zero. I have no idea. This gonna be. Is it gonna blow our mind with
Well,
just taking it in a whole new direction, or is it just gonna be the same? What people say. I never played the
yeah.
original. The same
Well,
simple
I was
one
gonna
button.
say, yeah. I think we're at it. I was gonna say I don't. I can't have zero expectations because I have some, even if I didn't want any. I mean, I have some because
Plus, it's
I have the
Sakurai.
original game. But yeah, obviously it's Sakurai, so you're expecting some pizzazz. I mean, the last time he had his own game, basically was able to do what he wanted to do. Um, we got Kid Icarus
Mm-hmm.
Uprising. So, but this is I don't want to say trapped, but this is trapped in the genre that is racing. So how much can he do with it? But again, you
Maybe
never know.
turn it into
You never know.
something like uh, almost like a shoot 'em up. Maybe just completely
Yeah, yeah.
different.
Like it could be something. It could be like an action game. It could be an action racing game.
What was the
Which would
last?
seem like it's right up his alley. So
He hasn't really been involved in any of like the 2D Kirby games like over the years, other than maybe the original, right? Like I know Hal usually works on them,
uh
but I don't know how much he's actually involved.
yeah, I don't know how much he's involved with them
Cause didn't they
since,
put some kind of like almost Smash like mini game in one of the 3DS games or something? Like
yeah, was it not Robobot? Was it Robobot?
no, I don't.
Planet Robobot or no.
If it
I
did,
can't
I
remember
never
which
played
one it
it.
was.
But yeah, I'm like I said, I don't have. I don't mean like I don't because it's Sakurai. I'm hoping that he's does something cool with it. But I'm not going in like with expectations that aren't going to be met, and I'm not like going in expecting to be trash. Like I have no idea. I'm just like blank slate at this point. Like it could be.
Well, I don't expect it to be trash at all. Like I don't expect it to be trash. I mean, even this game, as bare as bare as it is, it's not trash. It's just for me, it's nothing special. And I know a lot of people have like this thing for Curry Air Ride, and I play this place in their heart. I never got that. Maybe it's because maybe I'm too old. I was too old at the time, so I don't have that
You're
like
just a
kind of
GameCube
younger
hater.
kid
It's
nostalgia.
because you're a GameCube hater.
Yeah. Let's count the GameCube games, shall we? Who has what?
Hey, I didn't play hardly any of them, so I can't. My hate just comes from the disappointment in the games I ended up getting. And I guess this always gets lost in the like discussion. But when I played Sunshine, I mean, I was genuinely okay with like it was probably
Same.
I didn't have a problem. I think I probably gave it like a 9 out of 10. So it's not like I hated on it. It's just in comparison to what came after was so good that in
Exactly.
hindsight I'm like, yeah. But
In
yeah.
comparison, now it does have some control issues. Like whatever you could.
But I was
I
wowed
mean,
by the game.
there's a reason that Mario 64 is the speed run game, the speed run game, and no other 3D Mario is because it just literally controls the greatest. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't have the same affection that a lot of people have for Kirby Air Ride, and I've noticed that kind of in the last 5 years, maybe even a little bit longer, on YouTube. That there's like, I was like, oh, really, Kirby Air Ride? I mean, it's not a bad game or anything, but I didn't know that was the game for a lot of
I
people.
didn't even know
So
it existed until that Smash reveal where it started off as like Kirby on the Star, and that's probably the first time I heard people like talk about Kirby Air Ride. Who
hmm.
was that reveal for? Remember that where it landed on
I
like
don't know.
Rainbow
I
Road or
don't even.
something?
Yeah, I don't even remember who that was
Was it
for.
Rosalina?
It might have been Rosalina.
Either way, like that. Honestly, I didn't even know Kirby Air Ride ever existed. And till whatever in the last 10 years, I found
Yeah, I
out
mean,
at some point.
it was a late. What was it? 2005. It was a late GameCube game. That a lot of people just had moved on and didn't even notice. So kind of like a game that I do have more affection for. Oh my god, Geist, which also was a late GameCube game that deserves way more love. That I understand the love for that one, but
You got
everybody has.
what's your history with Kirby Air Ride Retro? Oh,
Oh,
not that good then.
Bye. Peace out.
So it's. I'll wait till Terrell and Robert. I don't know if Robert's gonna be here. I think he didn't say he wasn't, but we'll see if those two show up. We're gonna talk about something, and I don't want to bring it up until they get here. So once Retro maybe gets back, I'll get his thoughts on what he's expecting from Kirby Air. What is it? Kirby Air Riders? Is that what it's officially called?
Air Riders, yeah.
Still no
Air Riders with the AYZ.
You think we're gonna get an actual release date?
Back in there. If we don't get a release date, that'd be nonsense, complete nonsense. But I can't say we definitely will because we ain't got release
coming
dates
out this winter. Coming out this winter. So up until March of 2026, even probably end of. I think winter. I think spring hits in late March, if I'm not mistaken. Here, it officially hits. Maybe it's April.
Yeah.
So it could be coming out like right after Age of Imprisonment sometime in 2026. Retro. Now he's got the.
Can we say how overused? Oh no, you got the GameCubes dancing around each other. Can we say how overused the term hater is? It's so overused. I mean, it's been for years, decade probably.
It's past.
Like, anytime you have criticism of something, you're a hater.
It's so past overused that it's now just part of the English language for me. Like I'm well past thinking it's overused. So it's almost like I got sick of the Metallica Enter Sandman song back in like the 2000s. But then it just kept hearing it. Now I'm just past. I'm sick of it. Now it's just part of music history. It just plays all the time, and I'm over it. Like it got that. Yeah. There was a period where I never wanted to hear it again. So yeah, haters isn't one of those words that. The only problem is if people use it when you even have just like a legit like genuine criticism or something. Like it's a way to dismiss it.
Criticism.
It's a way to dismiss it.
Yeah, just
like if you're just like. Switch sucks because it's Nintendo. Yeah, that's a hater. That's just a troll. But if you're just like, I like the Switch too, but I'm really not feeling compelled to turn it on lately. Like, I'm plugging away. I'm on the 10th layer in DK, so I'm not like just completely ignoring. But other than the couple hours I play DK a week, like I'm not really using the thing.
Sorry, boys, had to get my bandwidth back a little bit.
What you say? You can't blame it on like French internet or something. What's going on?
Yeah, no, like
down the street from me and shit.
Roblox and the phones are on and shit. I'm like, I need this freaking bandwidth. It's kind of bad. Okay, but I'm here now.
So Kirby Air Riders, what are your hopes or expectations for this direct?
Well, so I know what T is saying and stuff about Kirby Air Riders. It was never a big thing. I think I just happen to be in a circle of people who just always loved the game. So I've always heard about it a lot online. And a lot of people were always saying, specifically in the city trial, because you have the racing aspect in Kirby Air Ride. And you had like a sub mode that people loved way more, which was a city trial, which was like an open world city. I'm going to go open world. It's not super huge. But you could just race around and you had to like get off your car, walk around to look for a better car, and then you look for like upgrades. You had like 5 minutes to do this, I think, and then it ended, and then you would either get a race or like a special event that you had to complete with the car you collected. And people always have said that they would love for that mode to be online and not just stuck to co-op. I played that couch co-op with my friends all the time. But what I'm hoping for this direct is for them to show that at the very least that mode, the city trial mode, is back and online. That's the main thing people always really wanted. They prefer doing that over the races even. Now I
Yeah,
love
that's
the
true.
races and stuff. It's definitely very unique. I'm very curious. You know, it's Sakurai. You never freaking know. I'm curious if he's gonna keep Kirby Air Ride the way it is, because it was a one-button game. That was the whole thing, the accessibility of it,
Hmm.
and I thought it was fun. But people who like play Mario Kart and F-Zero, they're not gonna give a shit about that mechanic. They're gonna absolutely hate it. But it's perfect to put on cell phone. I'm putting it out there. Like you can mass put that on anything if they keep it like that. So I just hope that at the very least you see that trial. You know, you had like different characters and all this kind of modes and stuff like that with tons of mini games in it. I just want the game to stay what it was and not just become like Mario Kart.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
without having played it myself, it feels like a game that would be better suited in year 3, 4, 5 of the Switch, and not the first year following up Mario Kart and DK. Like, it's probably going to
Right.
put more pressure or more eyes on it than what normally would, or maybe more critical viewing. You know, like it's fine to exist. You know, if we're in year 3 or 4, but to be like,
Yeah.
depending on when it comes out, you know, potentially the third or fourth Nintendo first party game to hit the Switch too, I think it could have people could be viewing it differently, maybe unfairly, but just based on when it's coming out. I don't know if I would actually call it unfairly, but
Realistically,
Yeah.
it is more a party game than anything. Like, yeah, you had the main races, but like I said, like more than half the game was like the mini games. You have like top-down races, like long jumps, like battle mode in it. Like, it was really a unique kind of game in that aspect where it wasn't really a racing game. It's almost like the racing aspect was a sub mode of the game.
Yeah.
So I
Kind
don't
of
think
like
it's
Sonic
gonna
R.
like compete. Oh yeah, I mean in a way, I don't think it's gonna compete
Yeah.
with Mario Kart in any way.
And, and the cool, like the one button thing, what made that great was, hello,
mm-hmm.
that big green button. That's what made it so
Yeah,
much so
yeah,
intuitive and fun. So you don't really have that anymore. I mean, obviously they can clear
true.
Sakurai if he wants to could have you the GameCube adapter and you can use that to play the game if he wants to go that deep with it. He probably will, but but yeah, I mean, uh, like you said, it was more of the city. What was it called? City. What was it called? City.
City
City
Trial,
Trials.
yeah.
City Trial. Yeah, that's what I hear a lot of people always talked about, and I didn't get to experience that as much because by that time, we're talking like 2006. I was like deep into college and
You were deep in
my
something, all
roommate
right.
and then the
in the
ladies
Wii.
and I was playing Wii, right? I probably played Kirby more on the Wii than I did on my GameCube at that point. But yeah, like I just didn't have the experience that a lot of people probably had playing City Trial because of that.
It doesn't sound like it
You
was a fun.
needed
Was it
friends
yeah, it
to
doesn't sound
play
like it'd
that
be a
to
good
get the
single
fun
player.
out of it. Yeah.
Well, what do you think of my notion that if this is like the third new first party Nintendo game to hit the Switch too, do you think that does add any extra pressure or any more critiques would come towards it if it is just more of a simple game because of where it's coming out? Anyone?
I think it depends on how you view it. The word
Probably.
simple, but
Go,
to the wrong
go ahead,
guy.
Robert. You do it.
I mean, you're talking to the wrong guy in terms of what we would consider something simple.
Pressing
But,
one
yeah, I mean-
button. I mean, that's pretty simple.
Yeah, but that to make everything work in that way makes it well designed. That doesn't mean it can be considered simple. You have again different modes that are more that play differently, even with if it's just one button. I don't care. That doesn't make it simple to me. But me personally. Oh man, what happened to Retro? What's
Retro's
going on
having
with him?
internet issues.
He's having internet problems.
Well, not just
With-
one button, but if it's like more quicker, like almost like a what's the Raving Rabbits? What do you call those types of games? Minigame collection type of
Mini-
thing.
Mini game collection type game.
I'm just saying, like, to be the if it literally. We
I
know
don't
the
think. I
rest
mean, I know Retro is saying minigame collection. I don't agree that there were minigames.
but let's
because
just
they-
say
they
for lack of a
literally-
better term,
party game specifically.
like a party game type of scenario.
I mean,
Yeah.
even
The
then,
game
I don't
is
know if I would
deep. It's not
consider.
a deep game. The controls are pretty.
Yeah, but even
Simple.
then, I don't know. I like.
It's not
I
deep,
can't.
you
I
just
can't.
played-
I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and say like minigame collection Kirby Air Riders. They don't feel the same to me. I'm a big fan of minigame collection games, and that's not. I don't
No, that's
get
why
that with
I
Kirby
said,
Air Riders.
I didn't say mini game collection. I said party
Yeah, he
game.
didn't.
Kirby
it's a
Air
party game.
Riders is to Mario Kart what Smash is to Tekken. You're sitting with your bunch of friends on the couch going crazy. It's not really like a mini game collection, but that was the biggest part of it. Like that's what we call it specifically. A
Well,
party
but
game,
again, I would also
you know?
disagree with that statement. Also, like Smash is to Tekken. Like we play
I think
Smash like it's like we play Smash very
Yeah.
technically. You know,
It's
I
just
wouldn't.
a party version of it. You're all together, you know, on the couch, with, like everybody at the same
Unfortunately,
Smash
time.
has-
you're also talking to the wrong guy because I played Mario Party alone for my whole life. So it did. I've never had it where
That's sad.
I was
That's
never
sad
that
shit right
guy.
there.
I was
That's
never
so
that
That
guy.
is sad.
It is. It is. Like I was never that guy that played party games at a party. I played it solo myself.
And I don't
I
count
always find
Smash.
Journeyman.
Smash has a lot of depth, even though it seems simple. It does have a ton
That
of
too.
depth. Like,
Melee
And
on,
Mario Kart-
but
and
Smash
Mario Kart-
64 was a party game. It was just like everybody just 4-player kind of action. Everybody just press. It's a simple setup. Again, it became technical, but I would disagree that like Smash 64 is like
yeah.
this most technical.
So it'd probably
game.
be
It was a
more
party
like
game.
I mean, there's probably I can't think of in a fighting game example, but yeah, I get what you meant. I just think that one. I think Smash is a little closer to like a technical fighter than it can be. It has the depth to it, but yeah, the base game
absolutely.
obviously with items and stuff with friends. Yeah, that's. But I don't know. I just feel like this. We don't know what else is coming out, so we don't know. We know Pokemon, and we know at some point Age of
Muhammad
Imprisonment.
talking shit.
When is he not? I guess to be fair.
Same with Drag X Drive just came out. If the next, I don't know. It definitely doesn't feel like the. I don't know. We don't know what the game is, but without knowing the game,
That's the thing. We
yeah,
literally have.
it could
nothing- we
be
have no
amazing.
clue,
Like you could blow people's minds with.
I
Some,
mean, it's 45 minutes. I'm guessing it's not just going to be a simple fucking racing
Yeah, it
game
could be
in the
amazing,
game.
so-
You know what I'm
It's
saying? Like,
wild.
it's got to be something crazy.
absolutely.
But it's
Yeah.
also Sakurai.
That's
That guy
what
loves to
raising my
talk. Which
expectations,
is
too.
what I love about.
that
you know?
does raise expectations for the direct. I forgot about that being that.
I
long.
don't
Yeah.
think it should though for people, and I know, but the reason why I say it is because
It
it's
actually does for
Sakurai.
me.
It's
Yeah, he
Sakurai.
might
like,
spend
he-
10 minutes covering just the
Yeah, but
most
this
ain't-
basic stuff.
This ain't his YouTube channel. This is like a direct.
No, but
so
no,
he's
hold
gonna
on,
have
no,
to-
but
you
I
have to
think
be-
you're forgetting. I think you're forgetting though. He was the same guy, and I remember seeing on Twitter. It's true that he had a 48-minute presentation for Terry Bogard for one character in Smash. Like this is Sakurai. Like he loves talking it, and that's why I'm excited just to see it is because of Sakurai.
He
We
can
haven't
probably
seen him in
dive
years.
like 50 minutes in the history of
Yeah,
Kirby
okay.
before he
Exactly.
starts talking. like
You're
that.
right, but this is this is a direct first reveal of this game,
Of course,
and
yeah.
you know they have editors and shit like that for a reason. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to edit the shit to where it's like not boring as fuck, and mired in like technical stuff. You have to it has to cook because you're trying to hype this game. You want to
Yeah. I
have
just
a
think you're gonna
fucking-
get a very Sakurai-esque presentation, which I'm happy about. I think that sounds very cool. But it's I think
You
he's
think it's
going
gonna
to
be just
show it
fully
off.
him for 45 minutes?
I think he's going to show off some obviously. Well, he's going to show off every little detail of this game. I feel like he's going to really fully blow it out. Depends on how many I don't know how we do. Obviously, we have no clue how many modes will be in it. We have no clue about anything. So it is purely
It could be
truly a reveal.
It could be a freaking like top down shooter. Like the main gameplay could be a top down like almost like a shoot 'em up like the
Yeah.
old.
Modes, like who knows what kind of crazy modes are going to be in the game.
It could
you
be
know what I'm saying?
have
Yeah.
this huge adventure mode aspect to it. Like there's all kinds of
Right.
possibilities.
Yeah, literally, we don't
Right.
know because we don't know how long he's been
Fucking
working
has an
on it.
adventure mode in a fighting game. He put
Yeah,
put an
that's
adventure
true,
mode in
yeah.
Well, I
fighting
think of
game.
Kid
So,
Icarus,
Yeah.
like no one expected that to be the gameplay it was.
Nope.
But that didn't have a previous. I mean, it had a Kid Icarus existed.
Yeah, it
on
didn't have a
NES,
previous
but
installment.
This
I mean,
one's more
at
of a.
least was an action platformer, so you know kind of what you were getting. You know, even though.
But that's the thing with this
We didn't.
Kirby Air Riders. For me, I have the expectation of like, it's a sequel to this game, right? Like, you know, it's kind of like obviously I would like to see him. Hey, we're doing an adventure mode sort of thing with single player. Of course, that alone would make it like, oh, wow, that already is awesome, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I have zero clue what to expect. It's gonna be so interesting, to be honest with you. But yeah, that would be, if we're gonna say like anything that I would hope for, I definitely would. It would be awesome to see like a single player adventure mode.
And
you
it's
know,
not going to be
cater
hard.
more to me in terms of
It's
that.
not going to be hard to top the previous game that just came out from Nintendo. So he's got a chance. He's got a chance of looking
Man.
really good next to old Drag X Drive.
Oh, you Drag X.
I was watching. I
Man.
don't know the girl's name.
Shades,
I've watched
bro,
a bunch of her
shades.
videos, and she tried
Unnecessary.
streaming it, and I didn't even think about this. She's, I don't know, 23 years old. She had to stop playing because her wrists were hurting so bad from trying to hold the
Oh, you
controllers.
talking about Josie
I
Wells?
don't- you know, I
Yeah.
know people like I've.
I
noticed
have wrist
there's a-
issues, so I know I can barely like sit at my mouse.
No,
and
well,
do
not even
stuff.
wrist. A lot. There are a decent amount of people that like, you know, they get. I mean, literally in like reviews of people saying that it gets very tiring, and I don't know. As someone who I guess works out of it, I never found it tiring personally, but you do by the end. You at least you gotta flex your so yeah, like your wrist. It would probably fuck you
Yeah,
up,
just
'cause
like
you gotta go like that. You know, sometimes.
Trying to throw shade at
I'm
people who don't
filling
work
out
out.
a,
You heard that? You
Hey
heard
man,
that?
apparently, I heard. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen some people talk about they working up a sweat, and I'm like, that should be a question.
Well, I get my body
You
temp goes up.
understand, some people have different levels of body heat and shit. Like I.
Yeah, but they were talking about
I
after like
don't
2
that
rounds.
much.
I
Just
think
naturally,
there's-
I don't sweat, but I know people who just sweat fucking
Yeah,
sitting
our
down.
UPS driver.
No, for sure. But like
sweats.
they're talking about like a workout sweat, and I'm like,
No.
that's pretty not a great.
Could
thing.
be really warm in their house, or I get really warm playing like when we play Smash Brothers, or I'm playing like a
No,
intense
of course, me
single
too.
player
I
game.
get
my body
sweaty,
temp.
but we're
gets
talking
up.
after hours and stuff. I've seen some people talk like after a few rounds.
Within
I'm
5
like, wait a
minutes.
minute,
Usually,
Just
sometimes I'm taking
Everybody
off
has different
sweatshirts.
levels of like body heat and how they. it
Either
affects
way,
them.
yeah, you probably shouldn't be. It doesn't look like you have to exert yourself like Wii boxing. You know, I always laughed at people who did the full on boxing. I'd sit there and go like, this.
Actually,
And
this
just
one
switch.
actually
You gotta do all
kind of
that.
have to be moving.
Yeah,
You do have to like go like that, like actually like
Yeah, you-
push because
And-
you're in a
That
chair.
game is gonna die so fast.
and the weird thing is that
They'll never die.
they don't
He did.
even
Never die.
address the wheelchair thing, right?
Already
That's
did,
what
hasn't they?
I think. That's what Josie said. Like they don't even.
as someone who plays games a decade later and still finds servers, there'll always be some sort of people on there. I don't
Well,
care.
We
Yeah,
don't
but that doesn't mean it's not
technically, like,
dead.
nobody's. That's not. Yeah,
Yeah,
come
it's
on,
gonna be like
come on.
Valorant.
Now.
Valorant
Dead's
nowadays.
the stage before the servers get shut down. It's just when there's just a consistent small trickle of people like, what
And
was,
I don't consider that dead, man. I hate that term when people
It's-
say it's dead,
there's
and then I
people
go
that
on
play-
and hop on it.
Let me
It's
ask you
Star
this.
Online.
So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Cowabunga Collection. I tried like 4 different games searching for online lobbies. There's no online. No one was playing online. Not just friends, just nobody. Is
Well,
that
then
dead?
that's technically dead. Yes, that's
But when
technically
Clocked
dead.
got on, we had 2 people on, so it's technically not dead. We were playing together.
Oh, as in you and him.
Yeah.
That's just dead.
You're right. You know, like in
DED.
terms of that, like there are some community servers out there that generally is like, damn, you really can't find a single match.
If you can't
but
fill a Call of Duty
People
lobby,
are
that's
over
it's dead.
like today. People are over dramatic when it comes to that stuff. People say, "Oh, that thing's dead," and then you're like, "It's just because you don't play it, bro. It's fine."
This is not over dramatic. This game is ass, Robert. And even now you hear that people can even stay alive while
Yeah, like-
playing it.
What are you talking about?
who
First of all,
are-
retro. You didn't even play 1 second of it. I don't want to shit. I don't talk about shit that I don't play. I don't even fuck with
that's
anyone.
how-
Oh, so
Okay.
now I
Interesting.
can't listen to the reviews that everybody is
Oh,
saying that it's
that's
strenuous.
interesting.
Well, yeah, but what does that have to do with it? That makes it ass because you're getting a little bit of workout. Get the fuck out of here, man. Shut
here-
the fuck
No,
up.
the game is ass. That makes it worse.
Why should I
How
care
was
about
it
your
ass?
review?
How was it ass? What did you play of it that you found it to be ass? What did you play of it? And get the fuck. I don't like what people be talking about. Shit that they don't even touch. Get the fuck
What
out
about
of here.
people who have played it and say it's ass?
Then they don't like it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But Retro didn't.
Well, what about this?
You should listen to your review, and care about your opinion and not somebody else's who played it. Is that
What?
fair?
What happened? Say
You
again?
want people to care about your review, your opinion of it, but he can't.
But what
care
is that?
about
Wait,
the
wait,
other
but
person
wait,
that he
wait,
watched?
that's fine. Did I say that Retro can't read reviews and say that? I'm like, in the end of the day, I'm saying I don't want him to say it's ass, as in it's his opinion.
Yeah,
He never played it.
it looks like
Of course
ass.
you can listen to reviews. Of course,
Retro.
watch every review you want. Watch every review on the internet. I don't care. That's fine.
Just say the
Allegedly.
game is ass, allegedly, and then you're covered.
No.
It looks like
Watch a
ass.
little bit too many Carl Jobs
The
videos.
game, I tell you one thing, it definitely looks like ass. I don't know if it plays like
I mean,
ass,
yeah, you
but
can
it
tell,
is.
obviously visually
Yeah,
stuff
but-
that you could say
Well,
stuff
here-
about it visually, but
alright.
when it comes to actually playing it, you ain't
Is
playing
it
it.
true?
Retro. Darksiders 2 is complete shit. It's the worst game of all time.
No,
Who am I
that's
to
fact.
say that? Who am I to say that?
No. That's fact. That's fact. It's trash.
That's facts, right, Terrell?
Yeah,
It's facts.
it's fact. It's fact.
Ban Kaitos is pure
We know
dog
that's
shit.
some
It's
bullshit.
dead. No one played the fucking game.
So why did they use
fucking dead.
Robert?
You played it. You'll
Later
never
that
get a
game.
third one. It's shit. It's dead. Fuck
Robert?
that game.
why did they use wheelchairs in robots? Like, do they even address why they're in wheelchairs?
No, and that's cool. I don't want them to address any of that. I don't want
So-
a story in my Drive. I want to play the fucking game.
God.
Yeah, you thought there was gonna be some.
Not
in
a
the
story,
year
but
20XX.
Like,
We
I
play
wanted a plot,
wheelchairs.
guys. I wanted a plot.
It's a basketball game,
just
but on
fucking-
wheelchairs. Like, who cares?
It's yeah, but why didn't they lean into
Why you
that?
putting in
Why
lore,
they-
man? I want some lore.
Why make a game like that and not lean into it? Like
Lean
you
into
could have
what?
made like
Because you ain't gonna-
almost
hey, you know
licensed
why?
They
game.
literally leaned
Because
into it. You have to play it like that.
Because you can't
They
walk
factually
into
leaned
it.
into
You
it.
gotta lean into it. You can't walk into
They
it.
you literally leaned into it because you have to control it that way.
They ain't got no legs. How they gonna
I'm
walk?
not even gonna give you a sympathy giggle for that one.
Oh, come on. You give me a chuckle. Give me
No,
a
they
good
literally
fall.
did though. That's factually like to say they didn't lean into it. The whole game is revolves
Give me a good
around
hook.
it.
now
Give me a
now
good
we're
hook.
being cute. I don't like motherfuckers being cute. Now we're being cute.
What do you mean? The
That
whole
is totally
game
being
literally
cute. You can tell by the tone of your
revolves
voice.
Around wheelchairs.
Wait. Can I be handsome? Can I be handsome then?
By the
you
way,
get a
also,
chuckle for that
I
one.
know you guys don't care, but it also has probably the best use of HD Rumble I've ever played. It's actually very cool that every single thing.
What
it
is
feels like
HD
infinite.
Rumble?
Makes my
What is
fingers
that?
tingle. Shut up, man.
I noticed it. What was I playing? Maybe it was DK. I noticed it in something I was doing in the Pro Controller. It had been DK because I didn't really play anything else other than Shinobi. I was like, wow, I actually noticed the rumble here. Like, it actually is noticeably different than just some vibrations. But I'm not using the Joy-Cons. I know the Joy-Cons are better than the Pro Controller.
I would have cared about the HD Rumble if the game wasn't ass, allegedly.
I'm just
no.
like it's just one of those things where I don't know, it just feels like for me it just feels odd that the direction they took, no care, like just generic bots.
And people who like the game have said that. They've said
Oh, again, I know.
It feels like a
That's
missed
the worst
part about
opportunity,
it.
but maybe
That's
they
the worst
didn't
part
want
about
to
it,
like.
visually.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe Nintendo didn't give them the okay to like create a new cast of characters and stuff to.
it's a tiny
edge.
team, right? Wasn't it like 18 people?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
You can at least give them okay to not make it look like black ass, you know. The whole game is just this
Why
gray.
you?
Yeah, that's
Why you?
Oh, you may have to
Why did
reword.
you? Why did you do
Graphite,
that?
I would call. I'd say.
Every time, Retro, you were right there. Black ass.
You may have to reword that, yo.
As opposed to what? White ass.
What was that clip from the? Somebody played that
If it
clip.
looked like black guys, it would look pretty awesome, yo.
What was that clip of somebody saying like set of hobos? Was that Terrell? That was funny, dude.
So stupid. And you,
Oh my
and Retro, I
God.
feel like you knew you fucked up as soon as you said it. Immediately we're like, oh fuck.
It's like Terrell's buddy would be like, "Man, you got some hate in your heart, man."
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. It's the Senpai said that. I think because I said
You said homos instead of hobos.
instead of hobos. Yeah, that's what it was.
And he goes, man, you gotta check your heart, man. I was dying.
He died inside when he said that shit. I was like,
I
oh
said,
no.
oh fuck.
See, I don't have that. I don't have that quick wit that guy had. I was dying.
Hey
listening to
man,
that.
you got to stay on your
That shit
toes.
was. That shit was.
Man, you got some hate in your heart. Oh,
To give a quick context for those who hadn't seen the clip, it's me playing Yakuza Kiwami, and I think I said something along. I was trying to say, you ain't never want to go out with your friends. Yeah, you ain't want to ever go out with your friends and beat up a bunch of hobos, but instead of saying hobos, I said homos. And everyone in the club was like, "Hey, yo,
yo,
you got some hate in your heart, man. You got
1892 again? God damn.
shit.
Oh man."
Yeah.
That was right
So-
there. That was like the best example of like having a group of people during your live stream right there, just for that moment. Like,
Oh yeah,
That was good. That was delicious.
it's fucking chaos. So what about that black ass we were talking about? Hold on.
yeah, I tried to help you out, Retro. I tried to change the subject.
Was it big? Was it? I didn't want to know. Was it big black ass? That's it.
No.
Was it ashy?
No.
Was it ashy?
You can have regular black ass.
Stop. Oh no.
Oh shit.
I blame everything. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I feel that was a rare retro, like, oh fuck moment.
Oh shit.
You immediately were like, oh damn it. It got funnier. Hold on, let me try.
So
Anywho.
moving on from that, I'm gonna challenge anybody if they want to make a bet. I'm open to it.
Oh god.
I don't know what the stakes
What's
will
the
be,
bet?
but this Kirby
What's
Air
the bet?
Riders after what else did Nintendo do? They announced the new Splatoon game coming next
Yeah.
year. There was one other. There was the obviously DK single direct wasn't a thing. There was what other? There was the partnership.
Direct-wise?
There was the partnership direct, and Indie World,
Indie.
and now this
Yeah.
Air Riders. There's no way in hell we're getting a direct before November. No way. I'll bet anybody anything that.
Well,
there's-
notice what they've been doing. I mean, every single game has had their own direct. Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong,
Yeah, I don't.
Kirby Air Riders.
but Mario Kart and
so-
Donkey Kong showed up first.
I don't
in
know
the
why you're
direct.
taking that.
Obviously,
stance
Kirby
because
did.
of this.
But
No, Kirby did
What are
too,
they gonna
but that
put in
means-
a
that
direct in
means they're
September?
Probably all gonna have directs.
what are they going to put in a direct in September? That's why I'm asking. Other than Metroid
We
Prime,
still don't have dates. There's plenty
Yeah,
of
you
stuff
don't
they
have
can put in
dates.
the direct.
Technically, you can still have dates.
Metroid Prime
don't have
date can be a
For major games.
announcement.
Kirby's
trailer.
Kirby's
Yeah,
might
too.
be
Yeah, you're right, you're right,
tomorrow
yeah.
actually.
Kirby
Yeah.
could be, in September.
If it's,
release.
if,
I always
if it's,
feel in a way though.
if it's
in a way, you
45
have to
minutes,
like
yeah.
separate. You have to like you know how Pokemon Directs aren't really the same as Nintendo Directs. You separate it. I feel Sakurai is like that. You separate Sakurai and what he
that.
does.
No,
Yeah, but I mean,
do
Kirby
that.
Air Riders would be
He
heavily
always does his
featured
own thing. Like
in
I
a
don't
new
think
direct.
the fact that we're getting a Kirby Direct means in any way we're not getting a Nintendo Direct. I don't see that happen.
So what Retro
I'm
saying is
willing
he
to
will
bet.
bet against you.
Next
Yeah,
week.
but
He will
hold on,
bet
but
against you.
Juice is not saying we're not getting. He just thinks by November.
It's
so
no,
you
yeah,
feel
no way.
that
There's a
before
September
November.
direct. No way in hell. is
We're
there
gonna go
September.
September, October.
Did you
No
November?
Direct?
November at the
We're going
earliest,
to
but I'm not
November?
even certain about that. But
I'm
November
done
direct.
taking crazy bets. We're absolutely getting a direct.
A
before
November
that,
direct
or
would
during
be-
November,
Games are supposed to
absolutely.
come out this year. We don't got dates for. They gonna wait till November? God damn.
No,
I
they're
will
just gonna
riot.
announce Kirby Air Riders date tomorrow, and then Metroid Prime date will be in its own trailer. That's
I've noticed they've been doing something every week. Like the last few weeks, we've gotten something at least every week for the most part.
because I think
Between-
September's
like-
too early
They're trying
in the year to like start building up your 2026 lineup, because there was a year where there was a November direct and they kind of laid out the first half of the following year. That's what I envision. I mean, I just don't know
Yeah, I
what
mean-
would fill a direct at this point, other than
That's tough.
2026 stuff. and I just
Lately, I mean, not lately. They're always very unpredictable, but definitely lately even more. They're more unpredictable. Where you're just like they be doing left turns.
Yeah, I can't make no rules with the
No.
way Nintendo.
Well,
But
no,
I'm
we
just
don't-
like-
we don't do that.
Kirby
We
Air
don't do that.
Riders would be if they had like a September Direct, and let's say this Kirby Air Riders Direct didn't happen first. I would fully expect like a full new trailer and possibly even a follow-up video of Kirby Air Riders in a September Direct. That's what I was expecting if there was going to be one. I would expect a lot of this or some of the stuff shown in the partnership stuff. Like that's why I could be wrong. I'm just saying. I'm thinking November or possibly even 2026 before the next Direct happens. That's my stance. I want it. Just want it known. Want it out there.
They dropped a new console. We ain't gonna get no Direct, no like. Okay.
I would bet against it. I think we'll get one in September.
Also, on top of that, you also got the holidays coming up, man. You want people to
Yeah.
like Nintendo to
Holly-
announce like,
holidays.
oh,
Where's
this
the
is out the holiday,
Do
you
they
know?
want to sell the Switch? I mean, it's selling.
holidays.
Do they
Right.
actively want to sell Switch too?
I don't know that a Direct
I think they do.
is.
I don't think a Direct
is your
would-
holiday
would-
marketing tool.
Yeah, me too. I don't think Direct is really holiday marketing for most.
It's just your core fan base hype machine, and
Yeah.
You know, but that's the thing. Like outside of their core fan base, they already got what they're gonna want for the holiday, which is that Mario
I
Kart
don't.
World.
And Pokemon's gonna be big, and Kirby Air Riders potentially would.
I don't got it.
Pokemon will be
Plus-
big, and I know we don't have a release for Metro Prime 4, but we know it's still
It's
coming
gotta
out
be.
this year.
I mean, we'd hope.
And
We'd
What you
hope.
talking about? We know nothing about Metroid Prime 4.
I knew he was
That's
gonna do it. I
true.
knew he was gonna do
It's-
it.
Yeah, we
we
don't
said
know
it's
that.
It was
On
gonna
Switch
happen.
1. We knew that shit was coming out on Switch 1, didn't we?
Last time, what happened?
We know nothing.
And people,
I
I mean,
mean, nothing after 2 gameplay trailers.
That man's tight. He
Come
said,
on, man.
we don't know a goddamn thing.
We don't know
Yeah.
We know nothing.
How many
I mean, we know how to
gameplay trailers did we
read.
get before we got Breath of the Wild?
What happened?
How many gameplay trailers did we get before we got Breath of the Wild?
Well, we had, to be fair, we had a whole E3 dedicated to it. That's the only thing.
in 2016,
Yeah.
yeah.
4 years later. They're like, yeah, we got.
Yeah, but we also, I mean,
I'm
that
just
was like
saying, there's
7
no
hours.
rules.
They
Just
had a
because you
whole
saw
tree.
a couple, that don't mean nothing to me. That means nothing.
So
Until I
okay,
get some solid
put your
information.
guess down then. What are you saying? You're saying September?
I'll say September.
I mean, September's like how many
I'm
days
still,
away?
I'm
12
still
days
thinking
away.
September.
I'm
No,
gonna
it's
say,
12 days away.
2 weeks
So
away.
I guess, yeah, 18th.
yeah,
Yeah,
come on,
it's-
man.
that would be
Come on,
September.
man.
2 weeks away.
I'll
2 weeks
say
away is September. damn.
I'll be reckless and say the direct will specifically be. Hold on, let me pull the
September
calendar.
1st.
No, it's not gonna be that early. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say September. Actually, you know what?
Well, you give it a whole date.
October 16.
No,
Oh,
that's when
shit.
Pokemon comes out. There's no way.
Shut
Oh,
up,
come on.
really, that day?
That literal days, October. That's right.
Yeah, it comes out October 16th.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
there
was
are a
complete-
few-
Okay. And I'm gonna say October 9.
I'm gonna say September 23rd. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh,
I think
like,
it's
no
I'm-
surprises. Like, is it the new Nintendo Switch?
He's all
Yeah, but
he looks distraught. He's like,
Just like
No
it's so
games?
strange to me.
the new
No,
surprises aren't going to
like,
be this year
so
though.
what-
If it's a September direct,
Why? You just launched a fucking new console. You're not.
Give me
You're not
they
everything
should
I
have had a
wanted.
direct already. That's
Shit,
my
what you
point.
think
The
it is.
direct should have
It's
already
video game-
happened. If
it's video game Christmas.
Yeah, I don't. I
combine the partnership stuff
it really is new Nintendo. If I don't
Kirby
see a
Air
surprise.
Riders, with that
There's no
Splatoon
way, no
announcement, you have a direct there. They didn't do that. And I remember.
The Splatoon Raiders.
This is
You
a
know.
very business-like spreadsheet ass
But
release
okay,
cadence for
let me
your
ask-
new console.
let me ask this question: if there is a September direct, is there going to be any new stuff that you think is going to make it out in 2025 that they would show in
No.
mid September?
I'm
Okay.
Maybe
No,
nothing
Yeah,
major.
we've
You
already
just-
shown
you
2026
just talk
games. There's no
about-
problem surprising us with a 2026 game that we had no idea
Yeah.
was in
Well, I
existence.
agree with T though. I agree with you. Like at the end of the day, if you have a September direct, I don't think you can't show 2026 games
You have
because
to.
you have it done plenty of times. I mean,
Yeah, you have to.
That's what I'm saying. There's not going to be any I think people there
No, I'm not talking
months
about
ago
this year.
people are like,
Oh,
there's going to be a June direct, and there's going to be a couple more games coming out in 2025 because this lineup isn't there's room for at least one more major game.
I don't think that's crazy.
But
no,
now I say there's no
Nintendo,
chance of that now.
I don't feel like that's crazy.
Well,
Now
obviously, we're too- yeah, we're too late.
Well, hold on. Do you guys think if if Nintendo were to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Mario and all that, which is technically next month, would you see
No.
more of a specific direct again in September than it would be Mario 40th compared to
Could do
They'll
it Mario
celebrate it
40th.
next year.
what happened?
They missed the window. They'll celebrate it next year when the movie drops.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well,
I
but
would
that's the
agree
thing
with
is
that.
they could take if they really wanted to September, right? They could do a Mario 40th direct, right? Hear me out. and
Bring
then-
back the All
and then
Stars.
they
Oh,
that would be funny.
God.
No, they essentially maybe announce a new 3D Mario for next year, and then
We'll
they
give
have
you a glimpse
a Mario trailer
the
for
3D
next
Mario.
year.
Yeah,
A Mario movie 2 trailer.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they could do something like that. I'm going on and say they won't, but they could.
And
But
then
I-
they'll re-release Mario 35 for a month and just call it Mario 40.
Mario 40 exactly.
And
That would be
3D
great,
All
actually.
Stars plus Galaxy 2 and
Well, they could do a Super Mario 3D All Stars
3D
plus
Land.
Galaxy 2.
Another embarrassing compilation for 3D Mario.
let's just have it be
games.
emulated. Yeah, I just think they've already used up anything they would have put in a direct, and it's just getting too late to like worry about anything this year. So if you're gonna show 2026 stuff, that's why I was just kind of thinking. I could be completely wrong. Could be a late September. Could be in October. Could be I'm not totally against it, but if I had to put money down, I'd say November would be the most likely this year. Otherwise, I'd say early next year.
Do they have November directs? I
They
mean,
did
I feel like
once. I think the Luigi's Mansion 3 announced. Maybe that was a September though. But you never know.
That's
Um,
seems late. You haven't.
Since we're
Direct.
talking about Nintendo and the Switch 2, apparently they put out some kind of survey about game key cards, and people are taking it that they're
Yeah.
thinking that that's not a good strategy. I didn't check the survey myself, so I don't know what the options were or the questions.
I didn't see either.
Anybody?
I don't think I even got it. I didn't get any email. Or
I didn't
anything.
get an email of it. Someone want to look
I mean,
that
I
up,
opened
see if
my
there's like
email
a
in like 2 weeks.
because people are just kind of running with it that Nintendo's think
No, somebody. I
either-
think it was Spawnway. I was watching a Spawnway video. He broke down what the questions were, and yeah, it seemed like they want to know feedback on game key cards.
specifically
Well,
game
that's
key
okay.
cards.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Okay,
Specifically game key cards.
well, it'd be
You
nice.
remember when they said, "Hey, they had an email. Is that, how much would you pay for a WarioWare game?"
Yeah.
and then they just went. They literally just said like 30, 40, 50, 60, and then I guess most people said 50, and they're like, "All right, it's 50 then." And so maybe
50
that's
it is.
similar.
Most people
to the-
actually said 50.
I don't know if that most, but I'm sure they found some sort of average, and that's what they
Yeah, they
went
found
with.
So
Most
that
people
was-
said 30 and they went with 50 anyway.
That's right. Yeah, maybe that's what. Yeah, maybe
Apparently, it
that's what
was more
I'm
about
thinking
digital
free.
games, but also had specific options about game key cards. I'd like to take the survey if it's open to everybody. Here it is, available
It's
online to
not.
all. Still, it's not currently active, so I missed it.
It's not
Oh,
active anymore.
oh.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was a window for it.
I wonder if the sales of the game key cards are been shocking to them on being low, because apparently Cyberpunk was like the best-selling third-party game initially. The report was, but it
Yeah,
was
it
only
was.
the
Yeah.
attachment rate was
I'm
like
sure it still is.
it was sold maybe 100,000 after a couple weeks. I don't remember what the
Yeah,
attachment rate.
it was nothing crazy.
And that was the best one. And it's like
Yeah.
TT made multiple videos on it, and I said it right away. I don't know if I did a Juice Opinions on it back then. I'm like, because we had this debate. I remember Terrell, you were all about PlayStation, you have to install the games, so what's the difference? Well,
Yeah.
those systems come with 1 terabyte, and Switch, some of these Switch games aren't much smaller than the PlayStation games. After I, after I moved all my stuff over from Switch 1,
Gone.
I had less than 20 gigabyte. I forget what it was, like 11, 17, something like that. Yeah, I didn't need all that. I deleted a couple of the games. Now I have like 50, but still, it's not
But what
enough.
could you do on those other systems when you want to bring over your old stuff? You didn't have to put it on the fast drive, right?
Yeah,
You could fucking plug in your old,
I have an
mechanical
external.
drive or whatever, external drive, right? but you don't get that option on. Like I wouldn't have these problems. Again, it's not so because key cards. I think they're all right. They're a pretty cool option. The problem is they're the only option. Everybody's using them shits, so it's not like where on Switch where it was just you had cards in you had the a code in the box. Like I don't care for code in the box. I guess it's a fine option for a lot of people, but the problem is if it's the only option, it's the only thing everybody's choosing. I don't think we'll like that shit, and that's the problem with key cards. Everybody's all the third parties and shit. They're choosing key cards. I understand why, but I don't understand why that's the only option. That
Yes.
So for me, it's a hidden cost. It's like, I can't use the SD card that I had all my games on anymore. Why don't I have a slot? Give me a slot that has my SD card that can still use the the regular SD card.
There's no reason the Switch One games couldn't run off
a fast slot
like a standard one. But like if I bought Street
Right.
Fighter 6 game key card and installed it, I have like literally my storage is maxed out. Though Street Fighter's not a game you just play till you beat it and you go to the next game. That's a game you're
Right.
gonna go back to.
That's
Like
the-
you can't be re-downloading. Yeah, I could.
The system probably.
I could delete all my Switch One updates and like Mario Maker that I don't play all the time. I could free up space, but honestly, I know Robert, you have to with your the way you game, but for me, I've never had to delete anything. Well, it's hard to say that because buying the PlayStation 5 Pro, I got an extra terabyte, so I probably would have on the base PS5. I got an extra terabyte now that I have, so I haven't had to, but I might have gotten to that point pretty soon if I hadn't have that. And plus, I bought the internal expansion M.2 drive. So if I was just on the base PS5 store, I would have had to delete some games.
And Mario Kart, by the way, the Mario Kart World is on my hard drive.
That's not that. What is that? 20 something gigs.
I mean, yeah, it's not that much, but I'm saying it's something that's taking up.
That's the type of
space
game
that I
you
would
want to
use.
leave on there all the time, like Street
Right.
Fighter.
I'm not taking that off. I'm not going to delete that.
You want to leave on there if you had like a Smash Brothers or a fighting game. Mario Maker is the type of game
Smash.
I want it. Like when I get the itch to play, I want it there. I don't want to have to re-download. So there's certain games,
Yeah. So
then there's other games. Once you finish, delete it. You're not gonna miss it. So
once I finish Expedition 33, once I finish that, I'll delete that.
Mhm.
Like I don't need that anymore. But there's certain games, like you said, I want to go back to every once in a while.
So I think it's a combination of third parties, just kind of whether it was Nintendo's fault for only having the 64 gig and based on the price, third parties being cheap and just seeing the easy way out, and then also a combination of the internal storage. Now, if you just had a Switch 2, you didn't bring over nothing, you're gonna have 240 gigs, whatever it is, available to you. So that's a different story. So it really does depend. But I think at the end of the day, I like it better. I like the game key cards better than just a code in the box for sure. Like, there's no question about that.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
But I'm just curious.
I would be more inclined to buy a keycard game if everything was in keycard games. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was a better ratio, especially obviously for third party, especially.
Well, they're not gonna, unfortunately, giving third parties an option. Everyone picks the cheapest option because it's the least amount of risk. Like that's...
I'm not upset with that. I understand that. I'm not upset with third parties choosing game key cards. I get
the
it.
problem is that is your only option if you want to play
What's a
Street Fighter.
price of
Then you
Street
have to
Fighter?
get a key card.
But
Yeah,
did you see that they got the manufacturers of these cars, like they had like seemed like they were gonna have a different storage
Yeah,
option.
they said something that sounded like they're
Something
working
kinda
on
sounded
making
like
some more storage options for.
Yeah, I mean,
The problem
obviously
is-
that would be good. But hopefully, my thing is, hopefully it's not
Why
bigger.
wasn't that thing from the beginning?
Because my
they're
I
acting
guess
like
the
I'm so
problem
weird
is
about
that
it.
the problem is that the only people who are buying these cards are Nintendo because Nintendo's the only one using them. So with that being stated, it's like you got one customer, and that doesn't help drive costs down until more people start buying. The demand goes up, then you can start cutting deals and be like, "Hey, I'll give you X amount of chips of certain sizes for X amount of dollars."
Well,
So as a result,
so
what we
weird.
have is this is if you want physical media, this is what you got.
But
But the
here's
thing
Yeah,
is
but
also like,
here's the
hopefully,
thing: on the Switch, it was like a complete opposite. The problem was there weren't big enough storage sizes. So we
Yeah.
started off with Switch where the cards were too small. Now we're on fucking Switch 2. The cards are too big, and it's just
Yeah.
like
that is weird.
what's going on here? This is weird.
well, that's why
whack-a-mole.
like I have a sneaky suspicion that the new storage sizes are going to be bigger and not smaller, and that's going
Oh
to
my
be just
God.
this, and it's going to be the same thing. Like
Who's
I
gonna
would
buy
not be
those?
surprised if it went
Nobody wants to
to,
buy the current ones. So why would
Yeah.
the hell would they make bigger ones?
I don't
Like-
know, but I have a feeling that's what it's going to be. And it's going to be
I
like,
think-
yeah, but who's going to use that?
Because the two options I think we
I mean, a smack
two
your
op-
forehead moment. Like what the?
well
fuck
the two
are they
options
doing?
we currently have, I think we have the one that they can genuinely just use and it not be a financial like pain in the ass, and then you have like what the 64 gig ones where they're like, yeah, we could use that, but we're gonna have to spend more money, and then they're like, well, fans aren't gonna spend an extra $20 just to get a physical media card, so
I can't
it'd
imagine
be-
it's 20 though. That,
I'm still trying to figure out why we can't use
it's
Switch
either-
one.
the
Switch
reason why I
one
say
games
the reason why I say that
card.
because I think Street Fighter is a good example of it. I think Street Fighter, if you buy just the normal version of 6, it's like 60 or 70, I forget which.
it's 60
But then
for
I
the
think-
1 and 2 edition.
Yeah, it's 60, and then it jumps up to 70 if you get the cart. And it was like,
Nah, I
That
mean Best
seems
Buy.
like-
It's. I just looked. It's 50.
well, it was at launch. It may not be now, but it was at
No, I
launch.
think it was
So,
60.
Let's
Because I remember saying that
break
they
it
could have added $10 to that cost because you're getting
I remember you saying that.
the
it
two,
was- it was-
the
it
one
was
in years
60,
1 and
yeah.
2. That's, I mean, according to Capcom, that's a $100 value right there on top of the $60
make sure
game.
I'm not
They
tripping.
could have put that, and plus it's only 50
And
gig game. The game's
normal
only
is
50
40,
gigs.
right? The normal digital download
Yeah.
only is 40 or
I
whatever.
think it's 40. So
Hold on.
you're talking.
Here's my biggest problem though, because right, if you want to play, okay, what the other companies do, Microsoft and Sony, what they do with their games, you have to download it, no matter what, right? You have to download it from the disc.
Install
at least
it.
it's all on the disc, right? Or install it from the disc, right? So,
Yeah.
excuse me, but is there a difference between the Blu-ray disc that is in a PS4 and the Blu-ray disc that's in a PS5?
No.
I'm guessing there's not. I'm guessing it's just it's a Blu-ray.
Oh wait, does the
So-
PS4 do Ultra? The PS4. I don't know if the PS4 did
base
Ultra.
doesn't do
Yeah, the base. I
Oh.
don't think the Pro did either. So yeah, it's only standard 2-layer Blu-ray versus quad
Yeah.
layer. But yeah, still.
So why can't your solution be, all right, hey guys, you're gonna have to download a portion of these games or the game from the.
But
So
that's still you're still
point-
installing it and taking up space. But it would be less space if you didn't have to do the whole
what I'm
game.
saying, people will be less upset about it because they at least have the full game, right? They have the full game on the card. But I'm just saying, like, why can't I install it from a Switch card, a Switch One card, even if you're gonna do this key card situation? Why not give me a Switch One card and let me install it from that card? Because it's not fast enough to read from. Apparently, it's not fast enough to read from those cards. Why?
Yeah,
why
that's the
wouldn't
one
that be a
thing I
solution?
haven't seen is if the actual Switch 1 cartridge speed is significantly different than the Switch 2 read
That-
speed because
yeah.
the SD and the SD Express is like a 10 times difference, 10 times faster.
Mhm.
But getting back to Street Fighter though, like, so they priced it amazing, like $60 with the years 1 and 2. I mean, to buy that separately, the game was 60, and then that's like I don't know, $80 to $100 worth of DLC for $60. They could have easily charged 70 and had it on the cart. Now I don't know if people aren't buying it for 60. Is it because it's Street Fighter 6 and it's not? I mean, it's not that huge of an appeal on Nintendo, or are they not buying it because it's on a game key card? I don't know, but it seems like that and Sega with
I would have bought it.
what's the Sega the Yakuza.
Which one?
Those are both like 50
Oh.
gigabyte games. I mean, that's right there with the 64 gig card. You're not wasting much. So
Yeah.
it's not like it's a 10 gigabyte game on a 64. Those are both 50. The perfect
trying to
64 gigs a perfect size for those games. And
That's
I believe
But they
both,
just didn't
even
wanna pay
Yakuza
for
was
it.
cheaper too. I think Yakuza
I have
was.
to look and see how much they are.
It's not like they were $70
Steam Deck.
games, and it's $60 games, so they could have charged 70. You get the Fighters 1 and 2, and you get the full game on the cartridge. I don't know. It might have offset the extra $10, and we wouldn't even known. We would just, oh, it's $70. It's a relatively newer, fighting game with all this extra content. I don't know. Personally, I think that would have been the way to go, but
I need to know how big. Wait a minute, that's pause. Pause.
I'm not saying nothing.
Yakuza. I have the entire fucking series on here. So
what's the ones on Switch 2? What games?
And I run them off my
Zero?
You're talking about
SD card.
it's 0, 1, and I think 2 is what's coming. So right now, I think it's just Yakuza 0. It might be the director's cut. That's what it was.
Yeah, and that's the one. I believe it's about 50 gig size game, and I think it's only a $50 or $60 game, maybe.
Yakuza 0. I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if you guys can
Yakuza
see
0
it.
director's cut.
You can't see it, but
Yeah, I
it's on here. It's 24.67.
Oh, that's
gigs.
only 24.
Yeah.
I thought the Switch 2 version
Why?
was bigger.
Hold on.
Kiwami. It's 20 gigs.
Where is it on the
What's the one that's on? What's the one that's on Switch 2?
0.
0, right? Yeah.
0 director's cut. That's what it is.
Let's see.
Dang, this showed me upcoming. Show me what's coming.
53.7 gigs on Switch 2.
Why is that bit so?
Well, director's cut supposedly has more stuff in it, but I
It
don't
has
know.
30 gigs more stuff.
But either way, that's
I don't know.
that's
Maybe
perfect. 64 gigs is the perfect cart for that game. There's no,
Yeah.
you can't complain about it being paying for extra storage you don't need. That's like with some updates.
Yeah.
53.7.
Like a Dragon is 46.96 gigs on here.
So anyway, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what the survey
The
results.
entire series for like $25.
I wish I would have
Nice.
answered the survey, even though I don't have any personal experience with the game key cards. I still would have liked to take the survey.
Has anyone bought them like in our circle?
What, like a game key card?
Key
I
cards?
don't
Yeah.
think so.
I haven't. I mean, in the end of the day, even if I do buy it, it won't be for many years from now anyway.
And I mean, with the price drop, I mean, if Street Fighter 6 was like $30 for the 1 and 2 edition, I'd probably pick it up, even though I already have like $80 into that game, or not 70 something.
Yeah, that'll be after I get a fucking memory card.
Yeah, I mean if you go with the Walmart brand, they're not that bad for a 512. It's like $60, but they're just always out of stock, and they're hard because
I don't think they're overly expensive. I just think
they are. If you
That's
go to
another expense.
the more brand name ones, are more like 80 something for a 512.
and disc for how much? Oh, for 512. I don't need that much.
Because it's
I don't think I
$60
need
for the 256 of the brand, and the ONN Walmart brand is like $60 for the 512. And apparently, from reviews and stuff, just from that brand in general, it's not like it's a garbage product. So, which I'm curious if they have any available right now.
Would you consider? I mean, it's kind of like that. Like, most Switch 1 games are essentially game key cards on Switch 2. When you think about it, I mean, you have to download it.
You have to.
update
Well,
it
you
if
have to
want.
do an update. But yeah,
Yeah.
to even
think
be
about it,
playable.
I see what you're doing.
When you think about it, it's
don't like it,
actually
though.
quite interesting.
I don't like your insinuations,
He
sir.
said he don't
I
like
feel
it.
like I don't like what you're doing over there, man.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
Every
hey,
single one you have
cut
to.
that-
I
hey,
put
cut
in.
that out,
You got to
man.
download something.
Cut it out.
Well, yeah, but it's not.
Which means
it's not just
retro.
download.
You can't.
Where are you
You
downloading
can't count
it from?
any of it's
Well, I
physical.
put it on my Switch 1 and it's just a
Are you
game. What
installing it
you're saying
from
is
the
just
card?
stupid.
No,
I don't know what you're installing, to be honest.
You
I
just have to
no idea.
download an
Just
update that just helps it
Yeah.
perform on
Yeah.
the Switch 2. It's just like the
And that
PS5.
depends on the
Some of the
games. Certain
PS4 games
do
they
that.
had to patch.
The
I
game is
started-
still on that card. Just the updates and shit aren't on that.
So
it just
base
funny
game is
that
there.
you cannot play without downloading something. I know it triggers some people to say it, but I think it's kind of funny when you think about it. It's like, damn.
Ah, you're a
Switch
piece
1
of
games
shit. I
So
sound
you
got
can
you.
get
or-
a SanDisk at Walmart for $78 for a 512. I mean, it's not. It's $13 more than the.
Walmart brand.
No, this is SanDisk, and
I'm
they
surprised
they
they
actually
made a
have it
clickbait video out
available.
of that,
They
man.
actually have it available at my store. I can go get it right now. But I don't need it for now. Eventually, I'll get one.
You can get one for China for $5. Nobody that
Remember,
shit.
was it Levelhead put one
Yeah,
in
your
Switch and
data's
it
gonna be gone after
and
a
it
while.
melted? He
it
put
it
it.
says it's such and such amount,
It's not.
tricks the fucking system into thinking, but then it's really like only 10 gigs or something.
If
It's
that.
hilarious. A lot of people got robbed. buying
Yeah, I
those fucking
never
things. Like,
trust the unbranded storage.
Yeah.
Speaking of storage, I never in my life thought I would spend money on storage, but I bought 4 12 terabyte Seagate Iron Wolf Pro drives, and it was $975.
I remember you thinking that was crazy
On
for
sale.
people who were doing that.
Yeah, it's a lot of
remember
work, but 48 terabytes for $975. It's like $18 a terabyte or something like that. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know what the math. And if you buy 1 terabyte like brand like the new fast memory, some 1 terabyte like the M.2s were in 2020 were like $280 for 1 terabyte. But
Yeah.
so
See, I
storage
would never do that.
storage is
I would never. Do
I bought mine too
Because-
soon. I paid like $150 for my 1 terabyte. I should have waited. I didn't need it at the time. I could have got I think like $80 now. But yeah, eventually those will come down. It's just if the Switch 2 is popular enough, the SD card express cards will be more manufactured. The cartridges you would hope, but the Switch 1 cartridges we kept saying they're going to come down, and I don't think they ever did. I think they might have even gone up because of the
Like
shortages.
the system itself went up.
Right? Yeah.
What
Yeah,
kind of crazy ass generation?
We never talked
have we
about
been
that.
in?
The OLED, the Switch and Switch
No,
OLED got a price increase, didn't they? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them. All of
But
them.
some retailers didn't do it. Some retailers actually dropped the price. of
Really?
theirs.
I just remember a very vocal, not Pretendo. What's the other?
What?
Defendo.
Oh,
Defendo?
Oh,
Yeah.
they're gonna drop the price when the Switch 2 comes out. They're gonna slash the price of the Switch 1. I'm like, did you not pay attention during the Switch to 3DS transition? Like, it took 2 years for the 2DS XL to come out at a lower price. The 3DS XL was what, $200, and the Switch was $300.
Yeah.
They never dropped the price.
And the bitches are going up now on the,
Well,
on the
it's funny
secondhand
'cause-
market. God damn.
One, I'm like, man, I needed to pass the PS2, man. But
Oh,
also,
gang.
at the same time, it's funny because it's like, I saw a video.
They're trying to do
where
everything they
someone
can and not pass that bitch.
Actually, I'm on GameStop.
Yeah.
GameStop didn't even raise it.
Well, I
GameStop
saw
just-
someone say that.
I was gonna say some
well,
retailers like, fuck you, Nintendo. We ain't raising this shit.
They said now it's only
That's your
$50 away
suggested
from
retail.
Switch 2. It's like, why would you buy Switch 1? And it's like,
Mhm.
that could be also Nintendo's thinking. That's what they want. The way you said it, the way you think, that's like Nintendo's like,
Yep.
exactly. Keep thinking.
Bias,
That
yeah.
shit is greasy.
Keep
crazy,
thinking
boy.
that's great.
I saw every once in a while. I don't really follow any like a lot of console war nonsense, but somebody I know
It's fun though.
must have tweeted or must have reacted or commented on somebody. It was a post about what's that new Souls-like game with like Chinese or Japanese female character
Wu-Chang?
Wu-Chang. So somebody took a screenshot of Digital Foundry's
Wu-Chang,
analysis, and like Series S, it was like 40 frames per second. On Series X, I don't know if it was average or that particular sequence, it was like 56, let's say 57. PS5 it was like the same 57, and then PS5 Pro was 80 frames per second. And somebody was like, the biggest scam in gaming of all time just keeps showing itself as the biggest scam. Like, talk about the Pro because it's only 23 frames or 22 frames faster. In the PC world, you're spending $1,000 on a GPU to get 20 extra frames. But anyway, there was an Xbox guy talking, and I'm just like, the Pro and the new raised price of the Series X, they're not that far apart. Like, what is the new price of the X? Like $630,
Aren't they the same? I
No,
thought
it's
they
just
were the same
it's
price.
just 600. It's just 600.
600.
and then
Are you really
No, the
not
X
trying to sell this?
isn't
bitch?
one of the X700s?
Like,
well, yeah, the
One of the
two
X's
terabyte
is-
one is actually more.
Yeah, the 2 tera.
It's
yeah, the 2 tera.
720 or
Yeah,
730.
the 2 tera type. I thought you were just talking about the X in general.
I couldn't remember which one was what, but and it's just like, bro, man, like you're talking about an extra 22 frames. I mean, like I said, in the PC world, if you know anything about GPUs, that's a lot of people will spend $800 on a GPU, they get an extra 20 FPS over games they're playing. Like that's basically what you can
Fucking
expect. And,
Psychos.
yeah, but you don't get, even back then, you don't get, if you're going to keep the same settings, you're not going to get double the FPS unless you go to like a 5090 and spend.
I
like
mean, I would
$200.
argue 20 plus frames is actually pretty
That's
big.
really good. Like that's a
Pretty
really
big.
big, but
It's a big jump. Yeah.
and it's like, oh, for 700, I'm like, bro, you're, like seriously, like
Now,
You know.
I would say I would agree with that. It ain't worth it for me, for
Yeah.
that, but it's still a
To
big
me,
jump.
like,
It's not like that's,
That's
not
still a
jump.
big jump. Yeah, I mean,
if it was
it's a big
40 to
increase.
60, yeah, it's 80. You don't benefit from 80 unless you have a 120 hertz TV. But like if it was like a game ran at 40, now it runs at lock 60, that's pretty damn significant, Plus,
Yeah.
but it's just funny because it's like, yeah, did you forget like the Xbox Series X is only like $100 difference now from the Pro, so it's like it was just something.
And again, in
stood
some
out.
ways, I'm pretty sure it is the same price or more expensive. So
You might as well
You
get
know.
a Pro at that point because everything's an Xbox.
Plus the extra terabyte you get with the Pro, which pretty much that's $100 difference right there. But either way,
But Microsoft does not want to sell those anyway. Doing everything they can to not sell their fucking stuff.
well, they did when I bought that Series X from Walmart. I don't know if that was Walmart's call or if they partnered with Microsoft to sell them for $350 for like a 3 month span. Just at Walmart. Everywhere else it was $500. It was like, well, that's kind of stupid. I mean, yeah, it maybe drives people towards Walmart, but it's still like somebody went and bought theirs at Best Buy, and the next day they're shopping at Walmart and see them for $350. They're gonna be pretty pissed. But
Sounds like they don't know how to look at good
That's an
deals.
exclusive deal. That's an exclusive deal. They worked it out with Walmart, some promotional thing, and Walmart cares about
maybe
getting
Walmart,
people in the store.
maybe
so
Walmart ate
it-
some of the cost, some of the price.
Yeah, Walmart definitely paid some of it. Yeah, that's why they did it.
So, and I mean, it's just Walmart's one of the biggest retailers. I don't know for gaming if it's the biggest retailer of physical gaming in the U.S., but they're definitely the biggest retailer outside of
I would
Amazon.
say at this point it might be close.
it
But
probably is close. I mean, physical.
It might be
it's
close.
Probably pretty close.
Because GameStop is faltering big time.
I would assume GameStop's still
who else is
number
left?
1 though. I would assume.
Best
like,
Buy, yeah,
It just
GameStop's
may
still
not be
number
by.
one.
It may not be
but
a
not
big
by like.
jump.
I'm sure it's not like.
Right, it's not the same margin as it used to be.
Yeah.
it's just, I mean, I'm part of the problem. I don't go to GameStop. Like, I haven't gone there since I bought my Switch 1.
I did, but GameStop left. I went there one day and that bitch was gone. I was like, oh, that's just
That's
completely
anything.
disappeared.
I've gone back to GameStop in the last year, so
I've
I-
gone for the Switch 2 stuff, but that was it.
And then Best Buy was doing
They
the
do
Gamers Club, whatever it was called, and that was way too good of a deal.
Oh, that was
It
amazing.
actually-
that was
That was
years
such a good
ago.
deal.
You bought 3
was
games
such a
and
good
it
deal.
was
I
it
did
paid
it.
for itself in a year. Like it was crazy.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It was
But
a nuts
when
deal.
they got rid of
Was
physical
that,
movies,
was that Wii U era?
yeah, it was Wii
Yeah.
U. When they got
Yeah.
rid of
Yeah.
physical movies, I stopped going to Best Buy to buy. I mean, yeah, I'll buy a couple games here and there, but Walmart's my new place because I think they did so good on the Switch 2 launches and delivered stuff early in the morning for people, and
giving
it's close.
food,
yeah, it's close to my
Water.
house.
And they have all this
shelter.
they have all this what's the word I'm looking for? Specialized. What's the word I'm looking for? When they have like this, but they have like really stylized like art on their cases and discs and shit. I only see it at Walmart where
Oh, really?
they'll have they have this set and it just like this real cool design on the
Like for a
on the
steelbook,
artwork.
you're talking about? You're talking like those
Or
steelbooks?
just like the
It's
actual.
not always steel books, but it's just the presentation of the artwork itself. It has like this cool. A lot of them have this cool similar look. When you
What
look at,
kills
like, a
me though
collection of
is
something.
Walmart, in an effort to try to save physical media sales, they went back to DVD. I mean, they not just go back to Blu-ray.
Yeah,
they
DVD.
went back to DVD, thinking that
Yeah, I've
would.
seen a lot of DVD.
And the last time I was there, it was almost all DVDs, all new movies. I'm like, why do they? I can't believe they still make DVDs like in that quantity. Like,
Yeah.
That's not the reason people. It wasn't Blu-rays were more expensive or more confusing. It's just streaming. That's why people didn't buy DVDs anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to buy.
What
a
is this
different-
trend of putting a fucking Blu-ray in with a 4K disc? What? Why? Why are we doing that?
They did that try to enhance the value. Now they don't though. All the last 4Ks I bought that were newer just come with the 4K disc.
Okay, let's
But
see.
a lot
I
of
buy
the
recently that had
early
both.
Blu-rays came with the DVD, trying to. Well, you don't have
Yeah,
a Blu-ray player
I
yet,
remember
but
that.
buy the Blu-ray because eventually you'll buy a player, and then like. But for most people, even me initially, I bought a Blu-ray player. It was like $700 at Circuit City, probably 2007 or 8. And first of all, it took like 2 minutes for it to turn on because it was basically like a computer, a really slow
Should have got a
computer.
PlayStation 3.
Then you put your disc in. It took about 2 minutes just to get to where it's like reading the disc and putting something on your screen. And then you had to sit through all the previews, all the bullshit. There was no, if you accidentally hit stop, then you had to do the whole thing over. There was no resume back then. There was no where you left off. DVDs had that perfected. You could just hit stop, instantly back to the menu, hit play, you're instantly back where you were. And Blu-rays were a huge step down. At first, I was like, man, I don't think it looks that much different. But I was on a 57-inch TV, rear projection 57-inch TV, wasn't cutting edge like 1080p at the time. It was 1080p,
No.
but it wasn't like. And
It wasn't really 1080p.
and I was like, nah,
It
you
was
know,
1080.
it probably
It was
said it was.
1080p.
And
Yeah,
now though, I
1080p.
put a DVD in when I watched Ninja Scroll, and I was like, man, those anything in the distance, any foliage, and not just that movie because that's animated, but a live action. I forget which. It was Tomorrow Never Dies, the 007. The background's like a city shot from like zoomed out, like all these little buildings. It's just fucking pixelated. Just you couldn't even tell what it was. Anyway. I don't know where I was going. We were just talking about. I don't know how I got towards that, but
That shit never used to bother me, but it does now. That shit never used to
it's
bother
one of
me.
those things. I kind of feel like the same thing I was talking last week about the Switch 2 not really feeling like next gen to me. But I wonder if I put on like the Switch 1, not a Switch 1 game through the Switch 2, but just hook my Switch 1 back up with the dock and played like the native Switch 1 game without any enhancements. I wonder how much of a like wow it would be like to go back to like Breath of the Wild just running on a Switch 1 on the same TV like without the enhancements. I'd probably be like, holy shit, because I got used to it within the first couple hours.
I haven't played it enough.
I was like,
You
yeah, I
used to
don't
it,
even
but I
see
tell you
it
one
anymore.
thing, I miss my OLED screen. I tell you that goddamn much because I just transferred because my son's Switch stopped reading reading carts, like his card readers just stopped working.
Really?
Mhm.
And so so I transferred because I don't use my OLED really anymore. So I transferred all his stuff over to my OLED, and and I was like having envy looking at the screen difference.
I did that
on
video
his
where I
and my
compared
Switch
the
too.
DK Direct through the news feed, and I was surprised how close they were to me. Now that was streaming a video, not playing a game, but what else is? Oh, Gamescom. I didn't. Is that start today or yesterday?
It's,
this week.
Or it's the 20th.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah, it's like this week. Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Thursday.
it'll be interesting to see.
Jeff Keighley's hosting his own, show as always.
Is he?
Yeah.
With
I got
all
the
these-
cold stream invite, and I
he-
just
I love,
did not
how he
get it.
hijacks every single event. And he's like, "Hey, I'm doing an opening night thing." It's like, okay, you're right.
He only has one major event. He got to do something. So when he's not on Twitter being a pony, then he's
Damn.
doing these things. He ain't even trying to hide it no more. He used
This
to try to
one-
hide that
I mean,
shit. He ain't
well,
even trying to hide it.
Gamescom is gonna be very heavy Microsoft, so like they're gonna be showing off, things from like Activision and stuff. But, so should be good.
Well,
Should be good.
I think it might be alright. I think it might be good.
it's gonna be interesting to see Silk Song and to see if there's any news that follows the. For those that
I
have
think
been found that.
I think there'll be a release date this time.
Sounds like a joke at this point, but it actually is coming though.
And apparently,
Yeah,
it's going to be a Nintendo's booth as well, playable on Switch 2. Not,
That's right.
Apparently,
yeah.
Nintendo has a pretty large booth going on
Yeah.
there.
Good.
So
Show off.
showing up,
They got Prime 4 there. They got Prime 4.
Do they?
I'm not
Try the
saying-
same demo.
I hope it's not the same exact.
Oh, wait,
demo,
retro-
but-
It'll be
it's
the
going
Lost
to
retro.
be. It's going to be the same thing.
It was
Yeah.
retro a while ago,
Yeah,
man.
he hasn't come
Yeah,
back
that was a while
though.
ago.
Retros. Yeah, I don't know. Well,
His wife got to him.
what's going on with
He's
it?
trying to-
Come here.
It's his
Trying
PC
to
or
shoot
his
him on his-
internet, one or
his
the
cell
other.
It's
phone.
the internet.
I'm gonna say it's
Using his
both.
cell phone.
Oh, he's using his cell phone.
Is he? Dang.
I just made
Both
that.
men struggles is crazy.
He's tethered to his cell phone, using it as a hotspot.
Damn.
Damn. Honestly, I did that. I think we lost something. Our internet went out, and I still wanted to watch on my big TV, so I used it as a hotspot. It worked. You can stream, but goddamn, that bitch eat your data like Cookie Monster.
yeah.
Dude. Like,
That makes sense. I'm
that's
sure,
just-
yeah.
my data- I got a message right away. It's like you are reaching your limit. I'm like,
It's like,
God
damn, it's
damn.
been 3 minutes. Oh shit!
I think I watched an hour show, and it was like
Still,
Right,
only an
brother, what you
hour
doing
is
over there?
crazy for them to be
Yeah.
like, "Yep, that's it." Like,
that's it.
oh,
That's
whoopsie.
it. But it's supposed to be unlimited. So what they do is they fucking make your service ass when you're at the limit.
Yeah,
You know, so you don't do that shit. They
actually, so
be
Gamescom, I'm
hurting your
surprised.
ass like cattle and shit.
I was surprised Kirby Air Riders isn't going to be at Gamescom in that case. If they're doing the whole direct, you think that maybe,
Maybe,
they'd be like, oh,
maybe
we
it
got.
will be. They just didn't
I
wanna
think
announce it.
realistically, it's all. I'm pretty sure from what I was seeing,
That's true.
it's all stuff from the Switch event, the Switch 2 event, which not surprising. Even they always do that. They have like their main stuff, and then every other event afterwards, they just bring those same demos to those events.
Yeah.
You know, E3 they bring later on.
It's
to
new to
next-
this event, so might as well do it again.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard you like this demo. I heard you didn't see it before. Smack. Damn. This is a good new demo. Oh, I got another one for you. Smack. Oh, okay.
I mean, literally, I think they got like Mario Kart World they're showing off and stuff. It's like, all right.
But the game's
Yeah,
out.
but
Nah,
the
no,
control-
hold on. I got it. Smack.
this is-
Oh, damn.
Yeah, because they're also doing Donkey Kong Bonanza. I wonder if Donkey Kong Bonanza is not. It's not even Pauline. It's still. It's not even Pauline.
That'd be
Oh,
funny.
it is.
Character.
It probably is at this point.
Rocky, whatever, Pebbly, whatever they called it. I can't remember. I can't even remember.
Odd Rock.
Yeah, Odd Rock.
Rock.
Yeah, I was about to call it Weird Rock, Strange Rock. Like, what is it? It's Odd Rock.
Why even go through the naming convention of giving that thing a name when you barely have
Yeah,
Odd Rock? That's so weird. It's a weird choice.
I
love it.
like Odd Rock though, man.
I will say
love
the
Odd Rock.
Yeah, like, Odd Rock
Hope
was,
Odd Rock's
like,
smashed.
I'm torn between the
fuck outta here.
between ostrich and
Don't you dare start that.
what's the second transformation? There's ostrich and
Zebra?
Zebra?
zebra. Those are
Zebra.
the two songs I like. I don't really care for the new one. I mean, in case people don't want spoilers, I won't say the
Oh,
fourth
yeah.
one. But the
Oh,
zebra
right.
and ostrich songs are worth transforming just for the song.
Yeah, no.
The funny thing is, I think the new one you're talking about is probably one of the more useful transformations in the game, actually.
It's more useful, but the music to me didn't wow me. But
Fine. I beat Donkey Kong. What was that? Last week? Like actually, right after we finished the podcast, I beat
You
it.
beat it, you said?
Yeah, I beat it.
What's your thoughts? Don't
It's
obviously don't say, it, but just say from
That's a strong ending, yo.
strong ending. Yep,
That's
strong
a real
ending.
strong ending.
I
On
keep
the
hearing
show.
that. Somebody
I
gonna
can't-
spoil that shit before I get to
Nah,
it. goddamn it.
I really
I'll
hope
give you.
that it's
Here's my thing. If you watch, if you have any type of Donkey Kong stuff on your feed,
I don't.
somebody has it in their thumbnail like a piece of shit.
Like
Unfortunately,
an ass. Yeah.
but I saw the thumbnail, so I already knew.
I don't watch
I already
any
knew-
Donkey Kong shit
Me
for
too,
that
Terrell.
reason.
And I'm
I knew
very
the-
annoyed.
Yeah, I knew the premise, but
Yeah.
when you see it, you're like,
Holy shit.
nah, that's still good. That's still good as fuck. I can't even.
And even
can't-
just what you do in it, everything that goes on, so fantastic. So cool.
I'm actually tempted to do the post game because I didn't realize this game actually has a decent post game to it, so I might.
It's got a
fuck around.
really
I can't
cool
believe
post game.
like my fucking computer halfway crashed. I'm missing the entire podcast. I come back from massive Donkey Kong spoilers and shit. Like what the fuck?
I bet you
No
don't
one-
come.
I say
any
spoilers,
anything.
Wait,
There was no spoilers.
There's literally no spoiler.
No
If you see the
spoilers.
trailer,
We're
there's no
just-
spoilers.
we're
Or
just
you
saying-
watch the
all,
direct.
all we're saying is that the ending is strong
Very
and that it
strong.
has a good post game. That's
Anytime.
literally it.
As
Which
a-
isn't really that post game. I'm like, oh shit, you might put some time into this. So
After Odyssey, I was expecting.
I definitely recommend it, Thrill, because there's very unique stuff that they do within those post game stuff.
yeah, I saw the. I went back and I started one of the levels that you can do, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
this is like a
cool, very
gauntlet. Okay,
inventive.
got it. Yeah, this is a gauntlet. All right, that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I
So I'm
bought
excited.
another copy of this game so I can.
Did you
what
really?
the fuck? Why?
I'm a little
I'm
upset.
sorry.
because-
Hey, listen, man. Listen. I know you got money, but I want you to understand something. I don't. So let me borrow a couple. Let me borrow. Let me.
You sound like the reformed inmate who gets out and has all this knowledge, and he starts spitting all this knowledge at the end of it. He's like, "What I'm trying to say is, you got $500 I can borrow?"
I mean, all this considered, I gave you a hell of a pitch. So I mean,
That's good.
I mean,
But
I
I
can
bought
get
this
that one.
because I was upset. This is what, because this bitch, I mean, it's open, unlike the other one. The other one's sealed. This bitch was less than half the price of the sealed one that I bought. I'm a little upset about that.
And how much was that price?
I don't even want to repeat it. How much I paid for that fucking thing.
Hey, can you?
I'm mad because I
Can
look
you repeat
online
that
and it's
price?
like already like $40, $50 cheaper than what I paid.
Oh,
for
you're
it.
saying
I'm
it's
a
going
little-
down in price a little bit, but maybe but I think
Yeah.
that's the thing.
It's
I
gonna go
think
back up.
yeah,
I know it's gonna bounce back up, but
yeah,
I'm
like
just a
that's
little-
one that
I wish I
especially-
bought it when it was lower. That's
yeah,
all
yeah,
I'm saying.
for sure, that makes sense. Yeah.
But I was
That's gonna
worried
be a
that
price
You can put it
game
next to your
later
Balan Wonder
Yeah.
World collection.
I'm holding on to my 5 copies of Balan. It's gonna make some money someday.
Bro, I don't think so, man. That's a game that is so bad that I don't think anyone wants to even look at it.
Hey, there's a lot of games that are just ass.
That is true. That's true.
are,
Like,
are expensive. They
Balan
end up
Wonderland
getting-
is still better than Dragon Drive. Ooh.
and you haven't played either one. Oh, no, you did play Balan, at least the demo, right? You played the
You did
Balan
play
demo.
the demo. So
Oh,
I wanted
played
to
the
point
full
this out.
game, and it is not in the slightest.
So how many discs do you think this fucking game has?
Oh, look at that. 1, 2. What? There's more?
This is a 4 fucking disc game.
Jeez, really?
There's 2 there's 2 on this side, and there's 2 over here.
What is it? All
Four
installations
discs.
or something? They're all. Well, I'd assume, right? They're all like installations, and then one's
Yeah,
a
you
play
have to, I
disc?
mean, you have to. I guess when you get to a certain part, it'll say now disc 2. You know, like it used to do.
That's
back
what,
in
I
the-
thought maybe it'd be
yeah.
like all installations and then one is a play disc, so you just play through the whole game. You know what I mean?
Maybe I don't know.
That seems hard to believe.
That
Like
would-
they're
that
gonna
would kinda
download
suck
it in
ass.
chunks. You know what I mean? Because it has to
Yeah.
install. So you'd think it would be like.
Yeah, remember
Only
that
4
thing that was
discs? That's
thing-
insane.
I think it was like a problem when Nintendo had 2 discs for the GameCube, but nobody cared when the PlayStation used 4.
Right. Right. That was what I was getting to. I was like, wait a minute. People said there was an issue with multiple discs only with the GameCube. We had multiple discs on
Yeah.
PlayStation 1. Like, what is this? That really annoyed me. But here we go again with a current gen console. Well, yeah, this is X. Yeah, I was gonna say this isn't a series or Xbox One or anything. This is only on the
It's
X
the series.
and PlayStation 5. And it's a current gen, and this bitch has 4 discs. But I think the thing is the Xbox Series discs are not as big as the PS5 ones, right? I think these are only like 25 gigs or something.
What?
if I'm not mistaken.
No,
Interesting,
if they
the way
well,
it
it
works.
depends on
It's
what
like-
they use. If they use a full 4-layer Ultra HD disc, that's 100. They can hold 100 gigabytes. But if they use like a 2 or 3 layer, then it's 66. I think's the next one down. If it's a standard Blu-ray, then I think 50 is the max. Pretty sure.
Why is this
I
a
think
thing?
it's interesting that you have to.
It-
Very
it could-
likely is like installing in chunks, and then you have one disc to play. I would
Yeah,
assume.
that makes sense,
Yeah.
especially if I am thinking that this is 25 gigs each. Is
Yeah,
Hell's Gate
if they
really
only use
100
25
gigs?
gig discs, that's
My
just weird
God.
because it just used one 50 gig disc. You think
Yeah.
would be better. But
Yeah, as far as I know, you can only Series X discs are only 25 gigs from what I remember.
is
reading.
that? Yeah, and
some time ago.
that's not playable on the Xbox One, so that would be
no,
the only
it's
reason.
not, no.
But Xbox One S actually had an Ultra HD player reader. So, anywho, I know ripping these movies that a lot of Warner Brothers always uses the 100 gigabyte discs. Disney always uses the 66 gigabyte disc because it must be cheaper. And it's like, it's just interesting to look at. Like, Avatar: The Way of Water is like a 3-hour movie, and they fit all that with all these different languages onto 60 something gigs. And then you look at, like, trying to think, like Blade Runner 2049 is like 84 gigs. And that's that's 2.5. That's still a long movie, but so I think it just depends on how much they can save per disc and times that by how many they're manufacturing. It might be $1 million saved type of thing. So I could see.
Right.
But if you're going to
There's
put
so much
multiple
shit in
discs
here.
in there, you'd think it'd be cheaper to do one larger disc than like 2 or 3
What are
smaller.
the stickers?
Yeah.
Man, that's what I don't love stickers.
There's a fucking map,
Okay, that's cool at least.
I like
fucking
maps.
soundtrack.
Okay, that's cool. That's very cool. That's actually very
Because I'll
cool.
tell
It's
you
like
that.
it's like 30 songs,
Look at the artwork. That looks
30
very cool.
tracks. Yeah. And then you got these patches from I guess different factions, crests in the game. Wow, that's awesome.
Hmm.
I would have never known that because I would have never opened my other one. That bitch is a collection piece.
Oh, you had the other one still
But, yeah.
sealed?
Yeah, the other one's sealed. It's right back there.
So years
Oh, no.
ago, I bought something and left it sealed because I don't know what I was thinking. It was the 2000
Oh.
version of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Jessica Biel. It was like a collector's edition. It used to be like, I forget how expensive it was, initially $70 or something like that. And Walmart had it on clearance for like $13, like years later. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna pick that up. And I've never opened it. It's still sealed, sitting over here. And at that time I don't know if Blu-rays were out or not. And I was just like, it's, who knows? Maybe that'll be a rare, hard to find thing someday. I've never looked up to see if there's any value to it. I know the movie just came out with a 4K release. Movie kind of came and went, wasn't like a big hit, but that's pretty much the only thing I think I ever. Oh, I still have number 4 Dante. What the hell? Devil May Cry 4 sealed from the Xbox.
Have you got Codename Steam sealed?
Oh, Codename Steam. Yep. Forgot about that game.
That's probably never going to be worth anything. Sadly.
No, because they're
What a
like
great game,
you
though.
can get sealed ones for like, I forget what it was, $5
That's
or
crazy.
something.
I really thought, maybe one day in the future, that I really thought that of all games,
Codename
Codename Steam
Steam
was
is definitely going to be more valuable than Balan. I'm telling you that now.
I don't know. Balan might be more rare in the long run.
No, I can't imagine
know.
Balan is more rare. That's hard to believe that there's more copies of Codename Steam than Balan. I feel like Balan
I
didn't
don't
that
know.
at least sell a somewhat? I don't know. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't.
Milan? That shit ain't so. What shit? That ain't so, but nothing, bro.
It's a KT. I still need it. I'll buy one of you for $5.
You guys remember I got that for
I
Clocked It,
only paid $10 for it. It ain't like I
That's
spent
right.
a lot
That's
of money
right.
on it.
Clocked it as
and he
Clocked it
started
as
it, but he couldn't finish it.
It is honestly
was
one of the
so
most.
overwhelmed with how
It's
good it was. he just had
infuriatingly
to
bad.
wait.
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's like
frustrating.
it's one
Man.
game that I like every single point of game design is so questionable that it's so strange that I'm like, I
So-
can't
yeah.
believe they did any of this. It's all bad to me. Like, I'm like, wow.
And it sucks because there's the hints of brilliance of knights in there. I mean, there's a little specks here and there.
Maybe a
of
little
night.
crumb
That's
somewhere.
what's
Yeah.
infuriating. Yeah, but it's that's what bothers me. How dare you? How dare you?
It's so strange. It really is such a strange game. I'm glad I played through it because it's so strange, though.
It's odd. What?
Yeah,
Why would they think
Yeah.
fucking 80 transformations is a good thing. Like,
But the
for a
thing is,
game that
half of
didn't
them don't even do anything. It's so weird.
yeah, they don't do
It's so strange.
anything.
And it's not even like, oh no, they don't do anything, like as in like they're dumb. Like some of them legit don't do anything. Sometimes you'll be standing
Mhm.
still, and then he's like,
Or it
slides
takes away
across, and then-
something really crucial to like getting through
Yeah,
a level.
it's
It's like
so
now I can't
weird.
jump.
So strange.
Well, that's
Yeah.
useless. Where? How do I find how do I get back to being able to
It's
jump?
so weird, very strange.
Like, how could it be that bad? It's
They
Rodea,
saw
the Sky
Odyssey.
Soldier
They just
bad.
saw Odyssey and said, "Wow, look at all the things you could do. We need to do that."
Well, it reminded me a little bit of
didn't
Shantae, where
understand
Shantae had too many power ups, and you'd get one, it was kind of useful, then you'd get another one that just completely made that irrelevant. I never need to use the second or third one I got later because this other was there like a spider? There was like a spider transformation that was only
there's
useful, or
yeah, it's a
and
spider one.
there was something else you got later. It's like, oh my god, I never need to use like two
It's
or
like
three.
a fucking what is it? A Hydra? It depends on which game we're talking about, but like I know exactly what you're
Half
talking about.
Genie.
Half Genie Hero. Yeah, she gets a couple of abilities that are essentially the other abilities, but just better because it has an extra function to it.
I think Hollow Knight has something
you know
that
what?
makes. There's like you dash across the screen and
I just got that ability. Like
Yeah.
last part, I got that.
yeah, there's
ability.
definitely areas you can only reach using that, but then there's other things I'm like I don't need to use some of these other moves now. Like it's kind of like isn't there one?
Well, 'cause
what did you get early
there's-
on where you can climb, you can
This
jump
is-
off the wall, but then you can get one where you just
Oh,
straight
yeah.
climb up, and it's like
See, I don't have that one. I don't have that one yet.
I don't need the jumping
Here you
anymore.
go. Here you go, Heart and Soul.
All right.
Put that
I've always
down.
wanted that.
Let's not
What
get
is
into
that?
let's not get into another one of
No,
those.
no, he's just
I'm
just
good.
asking if I had it.
That's pretty-
I
yeah.
got
There
into.
you
I
go.
did a.
Who was
I ended up getting a digital copy of Devil's
I
Third.
feel like
Who
I feel
last
like
week asked that to see that Street Fighter?
What?
Do you remember who
What
that
is-
was? Last week when I showed my Street Fighter.
Oh
2.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, who was
I
that?
don't know.
That started that debacle. That
Yeah.
it ain't happening. Don't worry, because my shit is like nice and neat. I don't feel like pulling all my shit out anyway. So that's not gonna be a thing.
No, I'm gone. They ain't doing this. No,
That ain't happening.
No, no.
I gotta
I'm not
pull
doing
it
that.
up.
No.
I'm trying to, man.
I'm not doing it.
Retro just watched this not that long ago.
I promise. I promise.
So my
Promise.
So, have you
coworker,
played Live Alive?
my
Yeah.
coworker is he missed a lot of '80s movies, and
Oh wow.
he doesn't have very good like he just has strange movie taste, but he watched The Lost Boys and he couldn't believe that movie was ever made. He's like, it's so dumb. Why did they make that movie? I'm like, dude, that's a fucking classic. Like
What are you talking about?
he said
What
the
are you
same
talking
thing
Get
about
off the planet. Leave the planet.
he said
today.
the same thing about Star Wars. He just rewatched Star Wars. Is like, oh my god, I don't even want to tell you what I think of Star Wars. I'm like, dude, the original Star Wars, I just watched it. It's still fucking good.
kidding?
Like, are you kidding me? Like,
It's still amazing. What are you talking about?
one of my biggest gripe is people who complain about the lightsaber battle between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. It's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, they definitely had a lower budget, but still,
Yeah, it's
it was
not
way
like-
more meaningful.
You're not
Like
flipping and shit like you in the prequels. You're
to
not
me,
doing all the
it's
flipping,
way more
and
meaningful.
diving, and all that shit. But yeah, it's
It doesn't look awkward
it
either.
wasn't- it's not about them being fucking ninjas. It was about them doing like
And
a,
they're
what do
talking.
you call it?
They're like bad as
they're two knights. You know,
It's like a
I mean,
battle.
one,
not
it was a whole
ninjas.
different era of making movies. Two, even in the movie, Obi-Wan is like 100 years old. Okay, like relax.
yeah. What do you? They
I
don't have
honestly-
digital doubles of Obi-Wan. He can flip around and do all. This
I actually
wild
find
shit
it quite
back then.
the fan made ones that redid it. I'm like, I know some people don't like this word. I find it cringe. Like watching the elaborate dance choreography, but they're like, oh, put this in. This is the Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fight we should have had. I'm like, that is fucking embarrassing to watch it so bad, in my opinion. Like it's well done.
I
Like
love
I'm
Star
saying,
Wars, but
they
those-
did like the stunt actors did good, but it's just dancing and choreography. It's so planned and scripted looking. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't.
This
And
was
the,
two
even the,
guys who had issues with each other, and they're battling like two knights. You know, and it's not going to be some big elaborate fucking choreographed stage play. It's a fight.
And you
It's a sword
know,
fight.
people, when people like edit stuff to make it look worse, you know that they know their argument's not that good. I seen somebody who edited it to make it look really pathetic, And I actually thought, was that actually the whole fight? And then when I just rewatched it, I was like, well, that was so much better than what a couple videos I saw. They're using this like footage where it just looks so pathetic, like just a couple little here and there. I was like, actually, it was way better than that.
Yeah,
so
they do that.
the fact you had to make it look worse tells me it wasn't as bad as you were trying to make it.
Right. They're trying to have, they're trying to make a point that it wasn't all the like that. You've already lost me when you to defend or to talk about the thing that you like, you have to bring down the other thing, the original thing. You've already lost the fight. I don't even want to hear what you have to say at that point. Can't it stand on its own merits? Why have to say, well, Luke was very whiny, and that's why the acting is so bad in the prequel. Like, no, let it stand on its own 2 feet. Can you do that?
Yeah, I don't think it's close to the same arguments. As
no.
Anakin's. We talked about this. I don't know if it was on air or not. Somebody with a big channel did a poll on like the best Star Wars movies, and number 1 was Empire Strikes Back. Number 2 was A New Hope, and Return of the Jedi was close. They were very close. It wasn't like a runaway success. Then they said, "What's the next best?" And then, this is millions of subscribers. So what do you think the next best was in the poll?
It's most likely Revenge of the
Sith.
No, it was Rogue One. And no, it was Revenge of the Sith. Then it was Rogue One. Yep, it was Revenge of the Sith. Then Rogue One.
Okay.
I told you guys, like, you were like, oh, look at how much Revenge of the Sith. People love Revenge of the Sith, but that doesn't make up for the first 2 movies. Like, in retrospect,
I still like the Phantom Menace, man. I think there's nothing wrong with that movie.
And Revenge of the Sith has issues too. It's not like a perfect, great movie or anything either. It still has some of the problems that the first one had.
There's a lot of people.
It's a lot tighter.
That have Revenge of the Sith as their favorite Star Wars movie. Mostly younger, rewatch or watch the Star Wars movies in the last.
I honestly don't mind that. I won't argue with anybody who's young enough that's their first Star Wars experience. Those movies. When they pick Revenge,
they could cut out the whole. There's a lot of scenes in that movie that I think would. Cut out and make
think what you want though about the prequels, love them, hate them, but at least they were fucking consistent and it was one full story.
They're consistently bad.
They were consistent.
Dude, you opened it up.
Consistent overuse of CGI that hasn't aged very well. That's my biggest takeaway.
Especially with Phantom Menace. The Phantom Menace, because it was shot on film. That's why it's so. Ooh.
So
it's rough.
Not to keep talking about movies, but the film collector, he's an old guy. He has like a 35 millimeter, like a small 35 millimeter in his damn theater. So loud. I don't know how he watches movies that way, but he said he stopped going to the movies with it was Miami Vice and Collateral. He's like, man, these just look so bad. That was when they started switching over to digital projection. Like the early days,
those movies look terrible.
Of digital projection and theaters, to go from 35 millimeter to like early days HD, probably not even full 1080 on a big screen. And the Force Awakens, Attack of the Clones was tagged as the first all digital to digital movie experience. Shot on digital, projected on digital, put on digital on DVD, and on your digital HD TV. And yeah, the problem with that is when they finished all those special effects at like 480p, there's no re-rendering them. They can't just retake the source material and re-render it. It's forever. It's 480p. Now AI upscaling and stuff can try to help it, but usually the results are mixed.
Weird as shit.
So the Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones on 4K look just absolutely, I don't want to say atrocious. They look bad compared to what
Revenge of the Sith looks really good from what I remember.
Revenge of the Sith was better, but yeah. Anyway, I'm not quite to that level. I have no problem with digital projection. I think it's really good now. I think movie theaters look great. I'd be curious to see a 35 millimeter and the new laser. Some are dual lasers. like side by like one right after the other or side by side to see, because to the purist, you can't beat like the original film projectors. All I remember is seeing dirt and grime all over, like, you know, they'd get dirt on the prints and it would come up in the, and you'd see all these blemishes while you're watching the movie. But
fucking hair or a fucking piece of lint just flickering and shit.
And I don't remember movies looking like, this guy was older than me.
Ugly,
I don't remember thinking how good movies looked back then. Honestly, I didn't start thinking movies looked really good until probably the last 10 years with the digital projection. But anyway, Terrell's checked out. I'm surprised he didn't boot up Donkey Kong. Or
when is the direct?
I don't know what time. Thursday? It's tomorrow, but I don't know.
For some reason, I think I thought you were joking.
I think it's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
What time?
At 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, no, I won't be watching it at work, so, and it's 45 minutes. If it was 10 minutes, I might try to sneak, you know, go to the bathroom.
I'm gonna sneak a little bit because that's my teacher planning period at 9. Is that 9?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah. I'll catch a little bit of it, but I'm sure I'll be distracted. At work, so. But it's I've been able to watch the last few things for Nintendo because it's during my teacher planning period, so I can just flick it on my computer at work.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love that they be doing some of these things at 9 a.m. But it is what it is.
Actually,
good old days when I could just prepare for it in the afternoon.
Yeah.
For me though, like 9's better than 10 because I can 10 o'clock's usually pushing it for me. I usually got to make a trip into the restroom before then, so 9 o'clock's pretty good time. If I was going to be like a 10-minute thing, I could just take a little extra long bathroom break. But 45, that's I wouldn't sit there that long anyway. Legs fall asleep.
Don't do that, Ayers. Star Wars had some really good games recently. The 2 Fallen Order games.
Yeah, I mean games wise, I feel like it's probably the best.
They've had some pretty good games.
They're better than the movies, man. They're better than they're the best part of the
I would say that especially the Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi
Survivor.
But they also had the damn
those games are better than the movies recently.
The Battlefront games weren't, especially the first one, the EA ones, or the newer ones.
They were great online, but
the first one was.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen if you've kept up. I mean, there was a revival of it like a month ago, 2 months ago, where a lot of people were it had like its most active players for
was
Battlefront 2. Like people were logging on.
I was gonna say Battlefront 2 at least has a adventure mode.
Remember they had to brag about adding like spaceships and a few other things.
Well, they had the whole pedal back because remember it was like the whole.
And they were gonna do loot boxes, and that's when that was. They had that lawsuit. Loot boxes were becoming illegal, and they had to undo that.
So what happened at the league? I mean, they still do all this stuff now. I don't understand.
they didn't find ways around it. They just call it something else.
But people were legit just.
They actually put loot boxes back into Overwatch like a couple months ago. And
that's what I'm saying. Like they silently, everything just kind of like nothing really changed. When you
maybe
think
something in the laws changed that they can do it again, but they didn't.
And maybe
you can find ways to exploit any law.
And plus, they have to. You have to like authorize the card too for certain things. And I think Nintendo, somebody else got in trouble.
That's right. There's some sort of like little
auto renewing and not having the extra step in case somebody just logged in.
Yeah, Microsoft got hit with that auto renew shit too.
I guess Air's talking about like how the number and how many. Yeah, I mean to be fair, there's not as many Star Wars.
Oh, you mean the amount?
As they used to be. Yeah.
Well, you had the Rogue Squadrons, and then they had this. Well, the NES had Star Wars games, and they had the Super Star Wars games that were way better on the Super Nintendo. Then they used to have like the TIE Fighter games, was PC games. They had like a.
I don't have it up front though. I was gonna say. Shadows of the Empire, man. I love me some Shadows.
I'm not gonna comment.
That was
on
right before
game.
the prequels. I don't know if you remember that. That was right before the prequels, and they were like, "Well, we got to have some new Star Wars stuff." And so the Shadows of the Empire books came out.
Didn't they put that
which
ship
were pretty
in
good.
one of the special editions of the original trilogy? I think it's in the background somewhere.
Yeah. It was in. I want to say it was in Empire. That they threw in Dash Rendar. Dash Rendar.
What a name.
Fucking Star Wars nerd. Why do you remember that name? Yeah. It was basically like a clone of my God, now I can't remember. I can't remember the Han Solo. He was like a clone of Han Solo. Basically, he was also a
Yeah.
smuggler and shit.
And they did that with the Outlaws. They made a smuggler character. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
that's
gotta be
that's my
more.
problem. That's Star Wars fan shit. You know, they cater to the Star
You
Wars.
couldn't come up with
online
better than
fan
Yeah.
a smuggler, like another smuggler.
too
like-
much.
Well, that's why
smuggler,
when, you know,
really, like
I only recently played, Knights of the Old Republic, and I loved it. Right, just it's everything's so original, and I would love to
Yeah.
see more of that, where it's just like it's not connected to anything we know. Just like, hey, this is
Well, I'm
a
glad you
part
brought
of
that
this
up.
segment of the history, and I
Because
love
maybe Terrell can join our video game discussion now that we're not talking about movies. But I'm going to switch it back to movies, but video game
Well-
movies. Did you hear
Oh.
the new Resident Evil director's statement that he doesn't want to tell any of the stories that we already know. He wants to tell a brand new story, try something different. They did that with the original Resident Evil movies. You freaking
Yeah,
idiot.
they were
but
not-
the thing is though, this director is really fucking good. So I kind of
gonna say,
like.
I
I'm
feel a little
actually,
secure.
I forgot that he was making the Resident Evil movie. When I found out it was him,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
So basically, it's going to be
This
a
might be
zombies
great.
movie that's going to probably have some ties, some minor mentions of stuff from the Resident Evil games. Just making a unique movie at that point. If you make a Resident Evil movie, I want Resident Evil characters. I'm sorry, but no one's done
no,
it
but
right.
it might.
He said
oh,
no
actually, I don't know.
characters. He said
And no characters.
that's where. Well, I mean, there might be some mentions,
I
but
didn't know. I wasn't too
no
sure it
one's
was
just
characters.
taken the idea of the first game and just made. Now they tried that low budget where it was the first and second game kind of together, but just make a damn horror game set in a
the
creepy ass
first Resident Evil
mansion
movie. Yeah.
where they're figuring shit out, mystery. Like no one's tried that yet. Like they try to make
It is
action.
surprising
Eternal
that-
Darkness.
You would think that would be like easiest movie to make for them. It's like, hey, we're gonna make a horror film that takes place in this
Now,
mansion.
I'm not saying this movie can't be like an amazing movie. I don't care if you call it Resident Evil if it's just some completely unique storyline, new characters, and maybe I guess if it took place in Raccoon City and ended like it kind of tied into the second game or something, that would be cool. But if it's just completely new characters, completely new setting, and it's by the way, well this is the universe that Resident Evil exists in, then to me that's stupid. But it still could be a great
For
movie,
sure.
just not
For
a great
sure.
Resident Evil movie. And it's got me thinking about the Zelda movie too. It's like, do you want just a completely new story, or do we want them to try to remake one of the stories we know? Because Zelda's like a lot of the new games is a new
that's-
story.
That's slightly different though. I feel with Zelda, you need to stay to the core principles and Link Zelda again and Triforce, whatever. I don't want you to fucking remake Ocarina of Time or try to follow an adventure of Link, Link to the Past. No, make its own movie with the core principles there. And yeah, if you make a new Resident Evil movie that doesn't have anything of Link, that might be kind of weird. You don't have the characters, but I don't know. I don't want fucking Ocarina of Time, the movie. I
Characters
played
kind
the
of a
game,
big
you know?
part of Resident Evil. They're kind of a big part. They're a big thing. So it's
Yeah.
kind of strange.
I mean,
you
they've been
wouldn't think,
animated
yeah.
movies.
And we haven't-
They've been.
They've been in the live action movie, but they've been like cartoony, super cartoony
Yeah, it was
versions
WS.
of.
What's his
We
name?
haven't had like a movie.
Paul W.S. Anderson or whatever. Yeah.
Paul W.S. Anderson. Yeah, they're super cheesy, super carty.
Yeah, they could be.
As,
You could have a
live-action
Jill
movie.
that's not trying to be the exact Jill from the game, but just she's Jill, but she's like a more realistic.
It's like a TV
character.
movie version. They're all TV movie versions of these characters that we've
Mhm.
gotten in the live action stuff, and they've been they've been mired in service of Paul W.S. Anderson's wife being the star. So
And they did the same thing
What's
with
with these
Monster
directors
Hunter.
pushing their wife out there?
Monster Hunter had almost
who else
nothing
did
to do
that?
with Monster Hunter except for a little bit
Right.
in like a 10-minute section. I was like, oh, this could have been the movie, and it might have been all right.
That's
But
another movie I've absolutely
What's her name?
refused
What's her name
to
in
watch.
Underworld?
The second in
Kate
the trailer, she pulled up a
Beckinsale.
rocket launcher and stuff. I'm like, I'm never watching
Yeah.
this movie. I don't care.
it was like modern civilization got transported to the world of Monster Hunter. It's already a fail
no,
right there.
It's stupid. Like, you don't need to do that.
And now you got what's his name? Head of DC. He pushes
James
his
Gunn.
wife out there too.
Yeah, I
James
liked her in
Gunn.
Peacemaker.
He forces his wife out. Huh?
I like her in Peacemaker. The first season, I didn't see.
Yeah, she's good in people. I'm being funny, but yeah, Kate Beckinsale, her husband was pushing her in movies too.
I think she met her husband
the-
filming Underworld, or met the guy she ended up marrying, if I'm not mistaken. I think she married him after the first one.
I don't know.
But anyway, I think that's it.
So Devil's Third.
Devil's Turd.
You ready to go? We finna do it. You ready?
You know, Kit has 2 sealed copies. One's autographed from the director. That's
what?
Kit has 2 sealed copies of Devil's Third, and one's autographed by, I can't think of the guy's name, from the guy that made the game. Kit from Kit and Krista. So just the game open
Oh yeah, that's right.
is expensive.
I
I
kinda
wonder what
remember.
if a sealed autograph one's.
Yeah, I think a sealed is like autograph. That's a whole nother layer. I don't know
The
that,
sad
but I
part
think a
is,
sealed
like-
copy is like 350 4.
It's like, I wanted to play Devil's Third. I was excited for that multiplayer that they showed. There were so many of those games around. I'm like, I'll pick it up like in a couple of years. You know, there's like a million of
That
them.
multiplayer
and now
was
it's like,
out of there.
yeah, now they're worth like $1 million. It's ridiculous.
They actually have gone down. Like even the loose copies used to be more expensive, but it dropped at least $60 or $70 at this point. So I don't know, something's going on in the gaming industry. These games ain't holding. They ain't holding. But I'm sure they'll go back up. That's how games do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so,
why like for Devil's Third, I ended up just before the eShop went down, I ended up buying it digitally because I was like,
N64 fans, get one of these. Get one of these. Summer Cart 64. Because what's it? EverDrive? They're like $160 or some shit. Don't buy that. Don't buy that shit. This does the same thing.
don't you
and
have the
it's
EverDrive?
A third of the price. Huh?
Don't you
No,
have?
I sold that shit.
Oh, you
I
did?
sold my EverDrive. Yeah, I sold that
Damn.
shit. It's like
Why
I
they
barely
change your
used
heart?
it
Why they change it? Oh,
because
you
I barely used it, and I was like, I can get $150 for this bitch right now. Let me just get rid of it. And then this came along, Summer Cart. It does the same thing. It's a third of the price, and I only repurchased one of these is because of all the homebrews and shit that were coming out in the the unreleased games. And I wanted to play those.
Well,
so.
I've seen some crazy cool mods for N64. Like I saw for Ocarina that someone made a whole brand new game for Ocarina called I forget what it's called, but essentially it's a Ace Attorney and Zelda crossover. Did you see that? I don't know if you saw it. It
no.
looked amazing, and you could play it on your N64, like the actual N64, and it's apparently really well made, and it's all like like I think Link is like essentially takes place of like what Ace Attorney would be, and then I think Ganon's like the prosecutor. Like it's like it looks really cool, and it's got original music and original story. And I was like,
yeah,
damn,
the mod scene on
looks pretty
N64,
cool.
the homebrew scene it's crazy. But I do have this Zelda 64, Dawn and Dusk, I should say, which is kind of a fan-made expansion, if you will. It's like a 5-hour game. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah?
There's tons of these. I mean,
There's a lot. Yeah,
Banjo
there's a lot of
Kazooie
them.
has so many games. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
I know you had
remember where I
your
put
Smash
the-
64 Plus or whatever.
Right, I have
whatever.
the Smash Remix, which is
Remix,
like
yeah.
insane. like one of the characters in that is the piano from Mario 64.
That's
You could play as
hilarious.
the evil piano. What's her name from Mischief Makers? I can't remember her name.
Maria?
Uh, huh?
Maria? Was that it?
Marie. Yeah, it's so simple. It's a simple name. That's why I couldn't remember. Marie. No, Marina. Marina.
Oh, that's what it, yeah, that's what it is.
Marina. Yeah. She's in Smash Remix. How cool is
Very
that?
cool.
That's some cool shit.
It's very cool.
Mewtwo's in it. Yeah,
Very cool.
Mewtwo in Smash 64.
He's the gamiest gamer he ever did game. When I game, I want to be game like him. With my, with my
What the fuck? And there's so many like Mario 64 mods too. Mario 64 homebrew games and whatnot. There's tons. I have one. But yeah, the scene, it's crazy. So what about this new N64 that's coming out? There's the one that everybody
analog
spent all
one?
their goddamn money on, and
Wait,
it's just
what?
like they haven't showed one screenshot of how
Yeah.
these games looked or anything, and all these YouTubers are like went out and fucking pre-ordered this fucking thing. Who does
It's
all
supposed to
the
be very
like
soon.
high end?
Yeah, it's very soon.
Who does the
Supposedly.
high end game consoles?
Analog.
Analog, yeah, analog. So analog, I forget what they call it.
The
N64 or
analog.
whatever.
I think it's analog 64. I think it
Is
might
it
be
analog
that.
64?
No, that doesn't sound right. Maybe you're right though.
Analog.
No, it
That's
doesn't
something more
sound right.
clever than
Somebody
that.
else. Somebody else.
Wasn't it
has
Analog 3D?
Analog
teased
3D.
one.
3D.
Analog 3D, yeah. Somebody else
looks cool.
teased one recently.
Well, but we've never
Um,
we just haven't seen it yet. Like in terms
We
of what
haven't
they're.
seen one thing. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
coming out soon. They haven't
Yeah, very
shown
soon.
one fucking screenshot of this game or this system running N64 games.
Yeah.
Now, people have more faith in Analog because they've put out products and they're really
I do.
good.
I have my pocket and I got the Super Nintendo one. I
But
love.
why
them
haven't they
both.
shown anything?
I know it's weird. It's strange.
I know why they wouldn't show like Nintendo games because Nintendo would send their ninja lawyers, but third-party games you think would be, even like Banjo-Kazooie. I don't know, like Banjo-Kazooie or something like that on their Analog 3D. I want to see what it does. I want to see if it's better than my mod that I did for my HDMI mod for my
Yeah.
64. I'm curious how it looks.
So I will say, I mean, in terms of like the pocket and the Super Nintendo one is just nuts. How clean it is. Like
Yeah.
so that's why like I do have pretty high expectations of what the 3D will look like, but it's hard to imagine like what's gonna look like until someone shows it.
And I
But-
think that's why people, with blind faith and went out there and pre-ordered the thing because it's like, well, it's Analog. They have pretty good track record.
I was
I
very
still think
close
it's
to
weird.
myself, but I never. It was sold out anyway, so I never got the. I had that when you're like that quick little FOMO, where like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and I look at it,
FOMO,
and then it was
I've
out of
been
stock
there.
anyway, and I was like, all right, well, it is what it is.
Yeah, I almost did that for the Poly Mega. I was like, I was right there in
I
the cart,
wanted
and I was
to-
like,
I-
man, I don't
well-
need this shit. I'm
Well,
never gonna
some-
play on this shit. Why do
I
why
know,
do
yeah.
why am I buying this?
I was thinking about well for the Saturn and stuff, but I'm like, at that point, would it make more sense just to get a Saturn and play Saturn games? I don't know.
It's cheaper.
It would be cheaper. Right?
It's also
Yeah.
cheaper. Poly Mega is
Yeah.
like $550.
Yeah, and it's I know it's meant for like PS1 and all these other ones, but like for me, like it was
Yeah.
going to be like a Saturn machine, so it was like at
Yeah.
that point, I might as well just be getting a Saturn.
You
Yep.
can get a Saturn that doesn't fucking read discs. And you get the fucking, I forget what it's called. I have it right here. You get the cart. Oh man. Fuck that. I'm not doing that.
Oh, it's the one thing that's
Microphone and
not.
everything.
not close.
My microphone is right here, but I can't pull it out without like pulling everything off my desk. I can't pull it out. But yeah, it's a similar thing. It's because if you know anything about the Saturn, it has a cartridge slot in the back, which everybody used to think was for Sega Genesis games, but it's not. It's for the memory card and shit. But it has that. The mod scene again for Saturn is crazy too, because before they couldn't use that cartridge slot to do this. They had all these crazy things you had to do to like have a bunch of games on a what do they call it when they
I forgot what
forget
those
what
are
it's called.
called. ROM cart?
But yeah, it's a ROM card, but I'm trying.
But
to
you can
there's
put like an
certain
SD
name for
card
it.
or something on it. Those ones.
You can put an SD card. Yeah. So they finally broke because it's taken forever to break the jailbreak, basically the Sega Saturn. But now you can put all your fucking games on that ROM card it has a little SD card slot on it, and you got a little SD card you can put in there, and you can just do that for way cheaper. Like you can buy you can literally buy a broken Sega Saturn that the disk drive doesn't work, doesn't read discs, and buy one of these and put it in there for way cheaper than it would cost to do something like a Polymega.
And is technically it's not emulation.
Right, it's not. No, Polymega.
No, I'm
What
talking
are you
about like
talking
if you were to
about?
get
Polymega,
a
you're talking about
broken
this?
Saturn. No, you're to get a broken Saturn
No,
and put in the SD
it's
card.
not emulation because you're using the real hardware.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
running
my
off
only
real
concern
hardware.
with Saturn games. I know they're so hard to emulate. A lot of them aren't quite up to par. So that's it's like for me, I would want to play it on something that's an
Yeah, if you're
actual.
emulating on a PC or something, you're gonna run into issues. But if you, like I said, you just buy a fucking broken Saturn and do that, and just have all your games on a SD card, it's using the real hardware.
Yeah.
So it's not emulation at all. So all the games work. And I have like a fucking, I even have like a Japanese one. I have a Japanese Saturn. Well, I have American one too, but for this one specifically, I don't feel like swapping discs and shit. I could just use the SD card slot and play games off of that. It's still an authentic feeling thing because you're using the actual hardware.
Absolutely. Definitely.
All right. Well,
pretty cool.
Tomorrow we're gonna find out what Kirby Air Riders is all about. Any guesses on a release month?
October.
December.
I was thinking September.
November.
Could it be December?
Damn, man, I just find it so strange because then
October.
If it ain't September, which I mean, that's only a month, or no, it's not even. To be fair, that's why it probably shouldn't be September. But at the same time, it's like then you really start to think, where's Metroid Prime 4 slotted? Is where I start. It's that's kind of like the question.
Yeah, I think November makes sense too.
I think November.
Not that it's.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think Nintendo's going to view it as a big holiday game, but what else do they got? They got Pokemon in October, so.
Yeah.
I'm thinking October for Air Riders, and November for Prime 4.
We'll see.
I could even say December. December.
Yeah,
I could say January.
That first week of December.
I can believe January too.
For what?
No, it's not. It's 2025. It's confirmed for 2025.
They lied. Like they've been lying about Zelda for years.
That original thing was 2025. So unless they change it, they
I'll
could.
give you my prediction. All of you guys are gonna fucking love this game. That's gonna be my prediction.
I don't consent.
Why would you say that? You know that's not true. Why would you say that?
Hey, I mean,
that ain't gonna happen.
If it's
gonna be looking so good.
I kind of think this is gonna be a visual showcase game for the Switch too.
I think it'll be a visual showcase. Yeah, I think visual.
Because I don't think he's gonna be trying to do some crazy destructible environments or huge giant moving things in the back. I think it's gonna push
this one
the
was
visuals.
not a visual showcase.
No.
Well, that's the thing. Also, yeah.
Come on.
Kirby Air Ride had a very like.
You're gonna sit here and say Kirby Air Ride for GameCube was using the hardware to its fullest extent? Come on now.
Well,
Come on,
But it ain't no ugly game, man. That's a good looking game.
No, I'm not saying this. See, this. What is with you guys? I'm not saying it's ugly. Okay.
Yes, you are.
It's just
if
not.
It's not positive. Then it's negative. That's how this works.
It's not
it's
dethroning Rogue Squadron.
Pick a side, damn you.
Why do you do this? Why do you do this to yourselves? Just
because I like
it looks pretty visually.
I like to instigate, ladies and gentlemen.
Game.
If I don't instigate, it's not fun for me.
I'm just saying it's not a graphical showpiece game. It's not, especially on the GameCube.
Because the GameCube had plenty of.
Well, City Trials itself has the art style of being very minimalistic and it's very low poly. A lot of it.
Kirby has a minimalist art style. but I would say
So will they keep that though? Will they
Forgotten
keep
Land
that for
looks
Switch 2?
very
though?
good. It's a very good looking game.
T, I need you to
This
understand
is a
something.
GameCube game.
It's
Holy
either
shit.
one or the other. There is no nuance to the conversation.
This is a GameCube game for real.
You didn't know.
I know it's low quality like capture, but
Are you confused or I'm confused? Like what? What's
the
the
first
problem?
shot I saw looked like I thought it was an N64 game, but it definitely
Well,
above
okay,
N64. Like right there, like that looks like.
Probably
No, well,
it started
well,
as an
that's
N64
like,
game, if I'm not
if
mistaken.
you watch the City
Yeah,
Trials,
it is
probably
there's
get-
one.
Juice will probably shit on the City Trials because it is very like again low poly and stuff. Like it's meant to be that.
Yeah.
Like it's what it is.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah.
is gonna be the worst for this. All right, now this is gonna go.
But that's the thing is that like I think if they might want to do that again, and so some people may like look at that like that's
Like,
like
you
a
can compare
testing
this to
area.
I hope they don't.
F-Zero.
Listen, if you're gonna make this if you're gonna make this 45 minutes, I'm gonna be a little confused if it's all low poly bullshit again. I'm like,
No,
ah.
for City Trials, I'm saying because that was the aesthetic for that.
Oh
for
no,
that, and maybe they
City
wanna
Trials
do it.
is fine. You can do that. I think you'd be fine.
They may want to do that again. Who knows? We don't know. Sakurai's like, I love low
I
poly.
think it should look at least as good as Forgotten Land.
Yeah, I
Which
would,
I
I would,
think
I
it
would,
looks good.
I would
I think
think
it's a
so.
good
But
game.
Especially when
I
you're
would be
a
very
generation newer.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, I guess, or you could, you know, the Forgotten Land Switch 2 edition looks really clean.
And whoever
but-
playing this game cannot keep themselves on the track.
They've obviously had a couple of beers.
Actually, no, I
It's a
think that was the
Saturday
demo.
night,
I think that
and
was
they're
the demo.
alone. Leave them the fuck alone, man.
They
It's been
are
a rough
smashing the
week.
grills,
It's been a rough
grinding
week,
like a motherfucker.
and they just trying to get some peace in their lives, man.
I mean, I think, you know, just having an online
How
mode.
old is
how
this
did you-
video?
did
How old
it- could
is
you
it?
not
Like
fall off?
2006.
How are you supposed
Either
to with the
excited
one
about
button? Is there like there's no break?
Figure it out.
That's a slide. It depends on the car that you use. Some cars brake better than others.
What do you see
Some
a car
cars
at,
slide
Retro? I
more.
see a
But
star.
the way it works is when you hold the button down,
Some
you
of them
slow
have,
down,
like-
and then you boost again.
Where's the
Cart-like
wheels at? How you
Yeah,
drive?
I mean, just watching it, I don't know if this person's just terrible, but it's like very. Looks
This person
they're
is
I
struggling
told you it was
to turn.
it was a Saturday night and it was rough. Just
They're
give them a
I
second.
mean,
struggling
I'm
to make
sure
the
I'm
turns.
sure the person also probably.
But even the AI
yeah,
looks
yeah,
like
yeah.
they're just riding the
No,
wall.
this is probably somebody who just played the game and just started playing it.
They just trying to enjoy
No, I
themselves.
think
Fuck y'all.
Is it a long play?
This
though?
man-
It's a long
live.
play.
Yeah, so I don't
I
know.
mean, you
Usually
can
long
tell I
plays.
do
the
that
long
shortcut,
play?
but
Yeah,
is there a
people
way to not
typically-
hit the wall at the side of the?
Oh. Oh.
Well, look up
I didn't know
a
this was long
speed
play.
Oh,
runner.
sweat.
See
Ooh,
how crazy they are.
gang,
I'm
gang.
sure
Wait,
someone
the
does
long
something like-
the long pays only an
Yeah,
hour.
'cause this-
Who the fuck?
Hey man, they played for a
Wow.
long time.
That's a long play. What's the short play? 2 seconds. The fuck?
I'm with you, Lenny. I agree. I think it's gonna be better than Mario Kart World. I'll probably at least enjoy it better than Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
Okay,
See,
here's a
that's what I was
speed
doing.
run.
Sakurai make a game. If soccer a speed run,
Here's
was
a
it like a
speed runner.
short? Is it YouTube short? Is it YouTube short? Isn't it?
I mean, for all long plays are pretty short considering because
So this
The
is that
Ghost
other
Gamers.
mode.
people have played it multiple times.
Yeah,
and they
this
just
is,
kinda-
this is the most famous mode, City Trial.
Yeah.
Half of the reason why this game, actually more than half of the reason why
wonder
this
if
game is so known is
Any
because of
racing
this.
in here.
No,
No,
No, I'm
The-
saying
no,
in
it's
this
not.
speed
No,
run.
yeah, there has to
Oh.
be because City Trial is stacking power ups to then use in the race. That's the whole point of
Yeah.
City Trial.
This looks like
find
a
your-
race.
Well, yeah,
See if he.
because this would be part of the
it's
race.
City Trial.
Yeah.
This ain't City
Well, that's
Trial,
just
is
a
it?
straight line. That one's just a straight line one though. the
That's a drag race. I'm just looking to see
They're
if.
not just every trial is just different. It could be like a high jump or a battle. Like
I
it
wanted to
changes
see like
each
if he
time.
could like
It could
actually
be-
do the racing without hitting the edge of the track like that one.
Well,
That's the-
watch him drunk drive for a hot minute.
Hey yo,
Oh,
this
he's,
guy he's like
he
going
going
to-
crazy. He taking air
the
rides to a
fuck?
whole
Did
new
you see
level.
the DK
This is
one where
what's
the guy
happening.
was like elevating just by like swinging?
Yeah.
I don't know what the technique
crazy.
is. Yeah, this looks great.
What in the fuck is going on right now?
Well,
I mean,
these
you're
people
watching
have like
awesome games done quick. What are you
Oh, this is
expecting?
Speedrunner.
That's
Yeah,
true
but
too, yeah.
he's literally gonna just glitch it.
That is true
They
too,
just
I
break the games. That's what they do.
I was hoping to see at least one this like normal race.
Not
guess. You
always.
would think it'd be the beginning. No,
They do. They do.
It would have been if he had
certain
kept.
types of runs.
You would
City, it's
assume.
all city trial.
don't click.
Here's
Just
all
go. There you go. All
tracks.
track. Yeah, all track.
Let's try this one.
Because I'm like, you're gonna keep seeing if you click city.
I haven't
trial,
seen a
but-
commercial. Do you have on
I
ad
have
blocker or something?
no, I have premium. I've had YouTube
So
Premium
this
for
car,
like 4 years.
example, is the longer
To
you
be
Okay, this
fair,
looks like-
I
stronger
recently
the
got
boost is
I
gonna
got
be.
premium like not too long ago. Man, that's a game changer. I like
It
that
is.
shit a lot.
It's a game changer.
It
so
is.
is ad blocker.
You know what?
I
no,
got
you
it
know
on my
what?
phone. I got it
realize
on my
you also
computer.
get
I got it
free-
on my TV. I don't have to ever watch ads.
Also, I did realize that apparently you get free movies, and I didn't know that. So like, I was
Oh, yeah.
watching, I was watching
what?
random shit. Yes, for
I
YouTube
just pay
Premium.
for enough streaming
yeah.
services. I can't afford.
See, I
it.
don't have any. I got Prime right now because I've
I
been
don't
buying
have
a
the
lot
money.
of shit.
I've been
I
buying
gotta
a
buy
lot. So
video
I'm good.
games.
I took Prime off, so you can take an L Prime.
I mean, this guy has it memorized. He's not even probably looking at the screen. He's just
Yeah, he's
left,
he's
right,
killing
left.
us.
So
Yeah,
last
this
time I
is going
checked,
crazy.
I was a god. So yeah.
I will. I mean,
This
it's like,
person knows how to play.
yeah.
Well, this is the world record, right? Is that what it said?
Is it the world record?
It was like the. I
Pretty
don't know
sure.
if it was every track and under whatever time it was. Anyway,
we'll
let's
get
get
it
out
for-
of here.
Yeah, world record. There you go.
There you go. There's some Kirby Air Ride for you. People who
Kirby Air
haven't seen
Ride.
it before.
It's great. I'm gonna
Now
pick
you
it
can do
up.
your comparisons.
I'm gonna pick it up.
when the next trailer.
You know, there's
Are you
gonna be
actually gonna
1,000
wait? Are you
comparison
actually gonna pick
videos.
it up?
I'm gonna get my GameCube out. I'm gonna buy a component cable or an HDMI, whatever that thing's called.
You know, Juice not gonna do that. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's
But,
fair. That's
all right,
You haven't
guys.
done that.
We'll get out of
You,
here.
you sold the component, right?
Yeah, I got like $300 for it
component
like
cable.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's worth now, but it was the official one. Now you can
He's
buy.
kicking himself.
Now there's company that sells one that has the digital audio like in one cable instead of having the one
That's what
the Nintendo one only had the 3 red, blue, and green, and then you had to use the old school cable that came with it that Super Nintendo uses, that same connector to do the audio. It was stupid, but
Get yourself one of these, the Keiko.
yeah, there's
HDMI,
that one and the
baby.
other one that are the
Audio
same price.
comes right in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll be back next week. We'll talk about the Kirby Air Riders some more and whatever else pops up. So we'll
Maybe
see
we'll
you
be
guys.
playing it. Maybe it'll be.
Yeah,
a surprise drop.
stealth
yeah.
drop.
Be crazy. Stealth
Stealth
drop.
Still drop.
It's.
Comes
I mean,
out tomorrow. Huh?
I wouldn't put it in the impossible